come in, have a seat. Kick back and relax, cause it's that time of the week. How's your day? Was it great? Well, it'll get better with Otalku Cafe. Nostalgia, let the memories bloom. All these stories in my head are gonna make me go boom. Kick back and relax, turn the volume to the max, bob your head until you're dead. Yeah. Yeah. Kick back and relax, turn the volume to the max, bob your head until you're dead. Yeah.
Konbanwa, friends, and yes, welcome to Otalku Cafe, where sacrifices must be made for the greater good. As is our title today, you will see why when we get to that later. We have Russian hacking, we have AI, we have news.
A lot of news.
A lot of news, and Jump Fiesta's around the corner, so are the holidays. I am Matt, your co-CEO and your head chef, and joined by the co-CEO, my bartender. Ethan, how you doing?
Hey, 2 weeks in a row, I made it. How about that?
I know, he's alive for 2 weeks.
Yeah, buddy.
Woo!
I'm all right, brother. Chilling.
Yeah, stuff is winding down.
Shit. I'm not looking forward to winter just because there's so much shit to watch.
I know.
I haven't even, I would have normally made my awards and everything. I haven't even done that, dude. Because I can't. Like almost all my awards are going to be shows that I are not counting toward the annual. Literally, I have so far the awards I picked out 1, 2, 3, 4 awards currently out of my top 7 because I don't have 13 anime that are carrying over or that are finishing.
You have 8 for Whisper Me a Love Song.
I have 8, I guess. Yeah, that's right. Let me just put it in here as number 8 by default.
Yes, until those last 2 episodes. Wow, yes.
Oh my god, yeah, 8 by default. Like
half my list on the top 10 this season are default because the ones I really like are carried over.
Oh, brother, I'm telling you, like at 8, all 8 would have probably made all 8 would have made it, which means I would have been 5. I'm trying to think of the other one of them. Like I said, wins by default. We know Whisper Me a Love Song, and yeah, a couple of the okay, yeah, no, realistically,
yeah,
weak fucking season. Although I'll tell you what, though, I'll give you a little bit of a spoiler, but not really. Okay. My number 3 and my number 4, they're vying for low positions in my 30 of the year.
That's kind of where I'm at too, for a couple of them. Like usually we do like 7, our top 7 per season to like round up to the 30, like usually more or less. This one, no, I think like 3, maybe 4 of them for falls.
I tell you what, I'll give you one more spoiler for my annual. There was one season where I put my entire top 13 in it.
I'm gonna assume that was summer.
Is it? I don't know.
I think you like that one the most.
I mean, double confirm. Was it? You are correct.
All right.
Yeah, my summer, I put the entire top 13 in my top 30.
Well, very good then. But yeah, I was in the city. I was able to catch up. I mean, not see. I was still in Long Island.
It's America. I would have never been able to do that. So kudos to you.
Well, thankfully, when I hung out with Chris, we watched a few episodes.
That works itself out.
Yeah, and I was off yesterday, so that kind of made it easier.
Yeah, dude.
And I picked back up Fable.
How is it?
I like it. The sister, she's kind of a badass, so she's not drinking. Like she's more. I think she's a little more scary than Sato, like the brother.
Well, we had stopped it when she like got the guy pissed drunk and was like, "You could fuck me," and then he just passed out like just fucking.
She does it on purpose to them to fuck with them because she knows how easy they're manipulated.
Oh yeah.
So she intentionally gets them drunk, thinking that they're gonna have sex with her, but that never happens because she knows she outdrinks them.
And Fable actually is less of a pleb.
We talk about Sato.
Huh?
He does more of his. He does more of his stuff, like not kill him because again he really can't because he has to like lay low.
Yeah.
But the stuff he does with the gun and stuff, like knocking people out and shit, that's still cool.
Okay.
Like out of nowhere, the girl he has a crush on at work. Well, the coworkers try to kill her, and the owner sees the knife. That like what's he doing? All of a sudden, like it's quickly you see Fable knocks him out.
Okay. Is it worth? It's just the commercials. Ugh.
Actually, I had no commercials.
Really?
Yeah, like the fact that it's been out for a while, like I haven't gotten ads.
So I could go back and watch Summertime Rendering without commercials?
You should be able to, yeah. But with Fable, I haven't had any ads during any of my rewatching.
I'm gonna test that theory right now because my TV is still on.
All right. You can try it though, but I've been enjoying it so far. It's a solid 4.
So it's gonna be in your 30.
Possibly, yeah. Low, like I don't think I could give it like an award, like a winner type of thing. But I could probably put like somewhere low in the top 30.
I mean, I'll have a break.
A good comeback, basically.
I kind of don't want to go through with it, but it's like
you don't have to.
I mean, I like the principle. Like when I read it, it's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
But our characters are fun. I like the voice actors. We had fucking Nanami as one of them, and Dio as the other one.
Of course.
Yeah,
did I actually? Something? It's not on here. I watched it on Disney Plus.
Oh, okay.
I started on Disney Plus.
Gotcha. But while you're doing that, I'm going to read some news.
Yeah, let's do that.
After 25 years, Kazuki Yao, who voiced Frankie in One Piece, is retiring due to health reasons. So his replacement will be coming up at Jump Festa, which is a big event that will happen December 21st. It's a 2-day event. A lot of news, a lot of updates. Apparently, we're going to have Dan to Dan Season 2 confirmed there. We're going to have some JoJo news.
JoJo!
Yep. Steel Ball Run reportedly in production. We'll probably get an official announcement on Jump Festa or during JoJo Day later on in the like in the beginning of 2025. But as of right now, is that they have production still on board once again. That's always a good thing. Infinity Castle film is official for 2025 in theaters. Japan, I know Japan is getting it. I think this month. But we'll get like actual release dates in 2025. I don't know if we're gonna get all of them or just one, maybe 2 of them.
Hey, you're right. No commercial.
Nice. Oshinoko manga artist confirmed that she wanted to draw a siblings romance between Aqua and Ruby. Like we all of us had it. The author denied the request. It's like, well, what a shame. We're joking, guys. We don't like incest, but that probably would have helped with how this goes.
Well, the Dojin.
Dojin's real, folks.
Dojin's real.
The Shonen Jump manga series Drama Queen is getting claim, like it's making waves, but for the wrong reasons.
Oh.
Apparently, this manga is racist against immigrants and aliens.
Aliens as in like illegal aliens, or aliens as in like Uchujins?
Or both. I think both.
Oh, there are actual Uchujins.
It portrays racism and xenophobia in this manga.
And so it's okay. The Japanese actually care
Yeah.
about that?
Well, of course, Japanese people in Japan are racist. Of course they are.
No. I said they care about that.
Yeah.
That's the shocking part. Not that they're racist.
The
I know
main
they're racist.
character is killing and even eating aliens without any substantial justification, like just for the lulz, basically. No, like, oh, I had to, like, no, like, not like, oh, I have to beat evil type of thing.
He's eating the aliens.
Eating these aliens.
Is it like Trump? They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the aliens.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty, indeed. One Punch Man season 3 is official for 2025.
Yeah.
Same thing with My Dress Up Darling season 2.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait.
Weebs, celebrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raccoon Rascal spin-off from the 1977 anime is again a new show for 2025. So almost 50 years. Kadokawa has been scammed for nearly $3 million by a Russian hack group, Black Suits, after a devastating ransomware attack. This occurred on June 8th. Compromised 1.5 terabytes of sensitive data, including employee records and confidential contracts. But they originally demanded $8 million, but negotiations reduced to the $3 million.
So you know what that means? That's some series or a couple series that are going to be shitty budget, shitty quality.
Yep. Despite the payment, portions of stolen data were leaked on the dark web, further complicating the company's recovery efforts. The incident also disputed Kadokawa's subsidiary Dwango Company, which operates the Polar Nico video sharing platform. Kadokawa now faces an estimated $15 million loss of the fiscal year and growing criticism over its crisis management and speculation about a potential acquisition by Sony gaining traction.
Isn't that wild?
That is crazy.
Kadokawa is actually, and it's crazy too, is Kadokawa is a powerhouse in the animation world.
Yeah, so they've been randomly getting shit left and right.
Yeah. How what does Sony own? I think we had this discussion. I don't remember.
Are they the ones that own Crunchyroll? Now Crunchyroll is trying to get they're trying to own anime.
Yeah, I know they own Crunchyroll.
I think who acquired Science Saru? Was it them or was it someone else?
Not familiar.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta look. But yeah, we have all that. Let's continue. 2.5 Dimensional Seduction Season 2 confirmed after the finale aired. Whoops. The web manga See You Tomorrow at the Food Court is getting a TV anime in 2025.
Is that a food anime?
Like food, slice of life, mostly slice of life. Let's see. To their classmates, Wada is a quiet, rich girl, while Yamamoto is an intimidating lone wolf. But what they don't know is that Wada is a mobile game addict in a passionate love-hate relationship with a 2D character. And Yamamoto has a penchant for urban legends with eyes only for her favorite YouTuber. And their biggest not-so-secret, these unlikely friends meet at the food court every day at school to rant, rave, and learn what makes the other tick.
Sounds like a pass.
Yeah, more than likely.
Moving on.
Let's see. Champion Witch.
What?
I thought it said Champion Witch, but there's a random P in the middle of between I and N. Champignon Witch.
CHAMPIGNON. Is that champagne? That might be a way to say champagne. Champagne.
Maybe, I don't know.
Let's go to Google. French way to say champagne. Nope.
Well, you found it?
No, yeah, no, it's just champagne is the French word. So ChampigNon.
Yeah, but again, it's that random P throwing me off.
No, it's spelled ChampigNon.
Gotcha.
No. I'm asking, is that how you're seeing it? What is the
Yeah,
spelling? Spell it out
yeah,
for me.
ChampigNon.
An edible mushroom.
Okay. Yeah, I see the mushroom head on her. Okay. So mushroom witch.
Okay.
There we go.
How many idiots does it take to figure out a mushroom witch?
Two apparently.
Apparently.
Apparently, fucking two. Skeleton Knight in Another World is again a second season. Huzzah for me! And the Unwanted Undead Adventurer is also again a second season. The light novel Welcome to the Outcast Restaurant is getting a TV anime in 2025. My Awkward Senpai is getting a TV anime in 2025.
Always an awkward senpai.
Yep. Everyday Host Club is getting a TV anime short for spring 2025.
Mm.
And hold on, we got to talk about this one. We're getting our first official AI anime.
What's the worst that could happen?
What is it's called Twins Hina Hima.
I was reading about this. It doesn't seem half bad.
You could tell it's AI from the poster and everything.
You know what would make it better if they did this 3D AI?
It looks like a weird, like the design of the characters is like a weird VTuber design. With like how the story follows twin high school girls, Himari, the white-haired older sister, and Hinama, the red-haired younger sister, who are first-year students in Tokyo that aim to go viral with TikTok dance videos, but stumble into a mysterious new world.
It screams AI.
Yeah, hey, the whole thing screams AI, and yeah. I think this is gonna be shit. But at the same time, I need to see the first episode.
I am down to watch.
I have to watch. I need to know how bad could it be.
12 episodes later, top 5.
Because if this turns out to be really good, then the anime industry is kind of fucked.
It's dead. It's over.
It's over. There's no hope.
It's over.
But that is it for the news. So you're ready to talk about some stuff?
No, I never am.
All right, I'm not either.
All right, we'll start with guys. We'll start with Guys Mixer because holy shit, I used to love this show, and the more it's gone on, the more frustrating it's become. And I am almost of the same volition as Chris at this stage, where we're gonna get to the end. Right, the season finale is Saturday, and they're gonna have done fuck all. No one's gonna get with anybody after they've literally been talking for, I swear, it's been months. It's got to be at least a good 6 months that they've been talking. And I don't know, Matt, if you talk to someone that you're romantically interested in for 6 months, where do you think you should be?
Sleeping with them.
In my world, you think okay, we're officially a couple. Probably we've done the deed. No, but for some of the couples, they're actually all the couples oblivious or just plain fucking pathetically awkward. Just so awkward. And so we got a beach episode for this episode. And basically the beach episode starts off because Kohaku reaches out to Hagi, the fucking most awkward. He's worse than Kazuya. I think he's worse than Kazuya.
Oh my god.
That awful. And you know how much I loathe Kazuya at times.
Oh no, I still do. So
he's worse. Hagi is worse. So she reaches out to Hagi and tells the boys, come meet us at the beach. And they end up working at Kohaku's uncle's little restaurants. And it's them basically working, and you see Hagi being a pleb, right? These guys are not, they're talking to Kohaku. They don't realize because they're dressed up in their cross-dressing outfits. So they're just dudes. So all the chicks are around Suo per usual. And what's her face? Fuji is just, in the corner. She's very inconspicuous, so she's whatever. And then the dudes are like, yo, like, you're a good-looking dude. And like Hagi freaks the fuck out. But Hagi, as per usual, doesn't ever speak up as to why the fuck he is or what he feels or nothing, right? He just doesn't speak. He just acts awkward and I'm so shameless. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. And it's so fucking annoying. So annoying. And so one thing I forgot to mention, which plays toward the end of the episode, is basically the episode truly starts off before Hagi gets that phone call. Hagi's having lunch with his older sister, and Hagi's like basically conflicted because he's like, I got to see how pretty Kohaku is as a woman, but I fucked it up because I'm so awkward. And why am I thinking of Kohaku being attractive as a man? What is going on? Am I gay? What is going on? And literally his sister's like, sounds like you're like cheating, dude. Are you cheating? And he's like, no, I'm not cheating. And we'll get to why he says that at the end. But in any case, the rest of the episode just features Asagi being more oblivious, but Fuji's being a little bit more forward, and Asagi's still clueless because he's just airheaded as fuck. And we see a lot of interactions with Suo and Tokiwa. And Tokiwa basically he ends up in like the position of like the woman getting the thing put on, like the lotion, the sunscreen put on him. He ends up in that position with Suo, and everybody's looking at them and all this rigmarole, and they end up just flirting, having a good time, playing in the water, all that. It's all good. And so they continue their day and everything is nice and happy, and the uncle says thank you and pays them in fireworks and says, go on kids, go on the beach, have fun, here's your fireworks. So they go light up fireworks and everybody's having a gay old time. And then there's Hagi and Kohaku, and they are so not oblivious, they are so awkward, with each other. And Kohaku finally shows some balls that she doesn't have or isn't supposed to have, and was like, Hagi, seems like I fucked up. We're so awkward compared to everybody else. I'm sure I did something. I'm sorry for whatever I did, but I don't know what I did. Can you tell me what I did to make you feel this way? And he's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so bad. I'm so terrible. And then he finally blurts out to end the episode, I don't want anybody to think I'm cheating. And she's like, huh? And he's like, huh? And that's how the episode ends. Dog shit. Dog shit. Dog shit. This is so far down on my list. This wouldn't have made my 13 if it wasn't by default. Letting everybody know that right the fuck now.
You raved about this too.
I did, and it's like the more like it's got its good moments. I really like Tokiwa and Suo. They're doing the slow burn thing the best out of the three. Asagi is funny, and Fuji is even funnier, but I just don't like airheadedness as much as other people. So at a point, there comes a point when you become so airheaded that it's like stupid. Like you're just stupid. And that's Asagi to me. And then Hagi is just worse than fucking Kazuya. He's worse. And Kohaku is just amazing. I love Kohaku. She's the prettiest of the three. And she's just, I don't know.
It's like you say he's worse than Kazuya, but I can't tell you what happens to the next arc of Rent the Girlfriend.
But at least
it is so fucking bad. I cannot wait for it to be animated though.
I gave Rent a Girlfriend a 4 for the first time ever. I gave it a 4 in season 3. And it made my top 13 pretty high in 2023. And it made my top 30 relatively. I think it was in like middle of the pack, around like 15, 16, 14, something like that. It was up there, something like that. So don't let me down, baby. Don't let me down. Although it sounds like they will. Never fails. All right, moving on. Penultimate episode of 365 Wedding. That was pretty decent, I'd say. And so basically, again, it's a little frustrating. Same thing in different regards, though. Basically, we ended the episode 10, with their boss, with Rika and Takuya's boss, saying, I need to talk to you about something important involving you guys. And we find out what that important thing is. And basically, it's to come up with a couple's brochure of what it's like to be a couple in the office working for the company, and how we love, like, inner work relationships, and how it's such a great thing for everybody involved. And she wants them to write a brochure so that it can like show it to people. And Takuya's on board, but Rika, she's not so on board because she's by nature not that open. And she takes a whole 5 days to get back to Kazuya, but basically uses Kazuya's strength to like galvanize herself. And so then she agrees. And so they basically go from like, all right, we're gonna do this brochure. How are we gonna do the brochure? Let's move in together. Okay, so they're just jumping into moving in with each other. That works pretty well. Except Rika takes it to the umpteenth level and literally is like, oh, like here's a manual on all the things we got to say. I'm not going to sleep anywhere near you. I'm going to sleep in a tent. If that way we don't interrupt each other, or we don't have any awkward moments. You raise your hand and say, I want to speak. And forget about trying to shower, use the bathroom. They're both like on opposite ends. Takuya's got a whole bath, and him and Rika end up going to a bathhouse for whatever the fuck reason. It's again awkward, terrible. Just really, these are adults here. Like, what the fuck are we really fucking doing? Right? It's
what are we doing?
What the fuck are we doing? Is this how the Japanese view relationships? It's like, all right, I'm gonna go to the host clubs and pay for love, or I'm gonna go and just be a nobody, or I'm gonna be a whore. Those are the only options, really. Right?
I believe you could do it.
And high school romances. So we get high school romance, we get whore, we get paid love, we get abstinence, and we just get like terribly awkward virgin forever. Those are the 5 choices you get in Japan in relationships.
So you're talking about experience dating, experience you, but the inexperienced you and the experienced me.
Something along those lines, yeah. You get the nice boy,
I had that couple.
Awkward boy and whore, or awkward girl and male slut that works at the host club. Some shit.
Or dense male MC.
Dense male MC that only works 70 hours a week and can only focus on work, goes home to sleep and drink beer and smoke cigarettes, and then goes back to work. Like, what is going on in Japan? No wonder their birth rate is such shit. And they got an influx of old people and not enough young people. And the young people don't even want to fucking have relationships or be in relationships or have intercourse for that matter. Nothing. Which, by the way, I'm going off on diatribe, but I don't care. I Googled, just out of morbid curiosity, what is the teenage Japanese sex rate? Right? Because there's so many hentais. I got inspired because I was watching hentai. And I'm like, do they really fuck the way like all hentai like seems it is? And lo and behold, the rates of sexual activity in Japanese teenagers in high school have lowered by like 40% since like 2005. So even the teens aren't even interested in fucking. Nobody's interested in fucking in that country. They just care about working. It's like madness. But in any case, I digress. The rest of the episode, if I can go back, yeah, like I said, it's just super fucking awkward the entire fucking way. The episode ends, though, pretty interestingly, but then it kind of flattens out. Basically, they both can't sleep, right? Taki is fully aware of Rika there, and Rika is burning up inside of her freaking tent. She pitched the tent in the middle of summer inside of a house, so she is burning. She asked Takuya, like, are you still up? And Takuya is like, yeah, I'm still up. Am I making too much noise? Fair question to ask, first time living with each other. Makes sense. And the both of them in their head are like, I want something to happen. I want something to happen. Oh, I don't know if I can take it. I don't know if I can take it if something happens. And eventually Rika, overwhelmed with heat exhaustion, busts out her tent and is just like sweating profusely. She's breathing heavy. And so now we head into like, all right, let's make sure she doesn't fucking like have heat stroke and die on me. So they cool her down. They open the awning, like the window to the balcony. They give her water, and then the episode ends with just them awkwardly staring at each other. But Takuya does have like the moment. He's like, what if we did actually just get together? Wouldn't be so bad, would it? And they're just awkwardly looking at each other. Another disappointment. Another show that would have not made my 13 if it wasn't by default. Another show that won't be in my 30. Moving on. Let me find it. Gun Gale Online. Gun Gale Online. I'm having a time, aren't I, Matt?
What?
I'm having a time right now, aren't I?
You are. Let's talk about all. I hate all these fucking shows right now. I
It's bro. I don't. In my head, I'm like, can I just show up for my top 3? Is that an option? Can I give my awards and then just not show up until the top 3?
We can give you your own thing real quick. Like, these are my top 3. Okay, goodbye.
Yeah, I might as well just fucking move on.
Yeah, just give them real quick before.
It tells the story. It tells the story perfectly. I'm here to make a cameo. Here's what it is. See you guys next year and get the fuck out.
Yep, I'll see you. I'll see you next week for the annual, guys. Bye.
Yeah, I'll see you guys for the end.
We'll do our reviews. You do your 3 real quick. You bounce, and we'll have Starman and Chris in here.
I'm being halfway serious. There's like
you can if they aren't this bad, I will give you that option for you.
I might have.
If you are that serious, I will say.
I'm probably gonna have a 4, and then I'll probably have like a. You know what? I gotta do a top 5 because the 8 that would have made it. I'll give a 5. I'll give a 5.
Okay.
So give me a top 5, and then I'm fucking off.
Yep, just grab a bottle. Thank you, fuck you, Merry Christmas, bye. He's done.
I should order the Cornet shirt rush order. Thank you, fuck you, bye. All right, let me move on. Gun Gale Online, pretty decent, actually. The thing about Gun Gale, I binged season 1. I didn't hate it. I don't hate season 2. It's just okay. It doesn't frustrate me as much as the other series, but it doesn't. It's just, it's just there. So basically, long story short, Pito gathers all the teams, and they come up with this grand strategy to try and break into the castle. And basically, among the 20 or so members, amongst like 5 or 6 teams, they all basically have their role. They storm the castle, and with their powers combined, they manage to take out 2 of the, I think it's 7 NPCs or 6 NPCs. They take out 2 of them, right? And they only lose like 1 or 2 guys as part of the battle. So they're up 16 to like 4, right? Or 18 to 4, something like that. Something crazy, right? They're up. But as part of the strategy, they basically have Len just charge ahead, be ahead of everybody else, and do what she can while everybody else tries to get in the castle, because she has, again, just 99 level speed. And so she does, and she ends up getting caught. She ends up getting basically abducted, which is unheard of.
Chris, I will have the 13, just the really good ones aren't going to be in it. That's the issue.
Yeah, I have no 13. I don't even know what Starman has. I think Starman may have like a 10. Maybe.
Yeah.
I have 8, of which I only care to talk about maybe 5. But in any case, unheard of. Basically, the NPCs abduct a live player, and they're talking, they're interacting, they're strategizing, and Pito is immobilized. She's been shot, so she's weak. She's immobilized. Which, by the way, unrelated, which I thought was really interesting, which is why I don't hate on this show. Someone had mentioned, because if you look at the timelines of Gun Gale versus what's going on in the Sword Art Online series, there's somewhere in the, I think, 2025, 2026 timeline, which lines up with season 3. So someone surmised, which isn't a bad summation, that they believe the NPCs, they're like these advanced NPCs that are like beyond anything they've ever had in the game. They're suspecting. Did you watch Sword Art Online, Matt?
I watched Sword Art Online.
So, did you watch up to Alicization?
Yeah, I'm caught up.
So, basically, they're surmising that the NPCs are the first subjects from Alice.
Okay.
And that's why they're so advanced and so wow, right? So they're basically testing Alice inside of Gun Gale around the time of Alicization. Because Kirito's not involved in the show. He's only made one cameo as a brief appearance, and he forever altered Pito's life because of how amazing he was, right? But that's about it. Outside of that, though, I thought that was a pretty decent thought pattern, and so hopefully that we find maybe that's the case. But in any case, so they have Pito, and Pito, she's already hurt, so she basically, to our point of sacrifices must be made for the greater good, she's like, listen, it's a video game. If I kill myself in a video game, I'm not going to die in real life. This isn't Sword Art Online. and she basically charges full speed ahead, rams her head into the wall, busts the wall up, and kills herself. So she can basically revive. She has one more revive left. She kills herself so she can go relay all the information she learned to her teammates, because basically they're against the clock. Remember, it's a 2-hour event, and all these things transpired and happened. They're down to 7 minutes left of the event. So the last 2 episodes are going to encompass more or less 7 minutes in actual like anime time.
Gotcha.
Which is wild. But in any case, still relatively solid, I'd say. I would definitely say that it's solid. Moving on, Miburo. Miburo was actually really good. Blew Miburo. Basically, the episode starts off, and I don't even need, because it was very impactful, honestly. I don't even need to read the review that I wrote. But basically, the episode starts off, they have a drinking contest, right? Who's the best Shinsengumi? Who's the best Miburo? And everybody just gets like piss-faced drunk, people throwing up, people passed out. One by one, they're chucking them in a room while they're just drunkenly like asleep. And there's a conversation between the last 2 guys, right? Serizawa and I forget the other dude's name. Give me a second. Coming up. Hijikata. Right? There's a conversation between them, and they talk about the future of the Miburo, and basically, it kind of stirs a thought process inside of Neo, because the question Serizawa basically states is he doesn't care necessarily where he ends up being. He just wants to be like a domain lord, right? And doesn't care about his hometown and things of that nature. But Neo does. Neo genuinely cares about Kyoto and wants to like protect it and all of that, right? And so the next day they come up with the idea of, hey, we need matching uniforms, we need a banner, like we need to really be official. We can't just be a ragtag group of fucking crazy good samurai. So Hijikata basically tells Neo, hey, go to your grandma, because your grandma knows a thing or two about cloth, and let her scout out like the cloth, give her ideas, because they happened during that next day to basically pass her shop, or the next night they had passed her shop and it was closed, and Neo looked on like longingly, wanting to know how she was doing and things. So as like a double bonus, like, hey, we're gonna send you for work, but you can go see your grandma. So he goes along with the other boys, Taro and Hajime, and basically they see the grandma. The grandma puts them straight to work, right? Puts them straight to work. She puts them through hell. But honestly, though, at the end, when the workday is all over, she is really happy to see Neo, and tells Neo like, I'm glad you're home. You look a lot more adult than what you did the last time. And this leads into what was the best part, and I think one of the best parts of the series so far is that they have a conversation, and Neo asks the question that he was poised during the drunken conversation. If you couldn't live in Kyoto any longer, what would you do? And she's like, I'm old. I would just die, because I don't see myself doing like moving. I don't see myself doing all this stuff. Like, I would just die. Rest in peace. Bury me. No problem. But she goes on to specify, and she's like, I had a great bit of fortune to Kyoto, so I would never want to leave Kyoto again, because Kyoto's done so much good for me. And he's like, what do you mean? Like, did you like get more money? Like, what's going on? He's like, no, my great fortune was that I met you and your sister, and you and your sister changed my life, and I enjoyed all our great moments. And it's a very like emotional, like be real of them prior to Neo joining the Miburo, seeing them working, seeing them laughing, seeing them arguing. And she's just talking in the background about how special these moments are, how special life is when you find something like she found within them, and trying to instill in Neo, like, these are the moments that, I'll never forget. And so if I can't be here anymore, if I don't have you anymore, I don't need to live. I'm good. Kill me. But then she ends with, I'm not dying today though, motherfucker. She didn't say motherfucker, but she basically said, she's like, I'm not dying no time soon.
I didn't hear no bell.
Yeah, I ain't hear no bell is what she basically said. And she tells, all right, go to bed. We have this conversation. We're going to bed. And they wake up the next day. They go back to work. And they do tell her, by the way, over like dinner and like a bath or whatever, like why they were there in the first place. And so she agrees to help them out. The next day they go back to work, and a unknown figure that they are going to introduce walks in, and Neo says in the narration, little did I know that this inconspicuous large man would be someone that would change my fate and my life forever. And that's where the episode ended. So decent cliffhanger from that standpoint. They're introducing 2 new characters according to the news that I read this week. I imagine, I didn't read the article, so I imagine that's one of them. So we'll see where that leads. And then the last thing I'll talk about is one of my favorites that I would have in my 13, no doubt. Yakuza Fiance. Yakuza Fiance was fucking great. First off, the sexual innuendos and the jokes and the shit talk. It was more sexual shit talk between what's her face? Let me get the names. Fiance. Yakuza Fiance. Between Tsubaki and what's his face? Shoma. Between Tsubaki and Shoma. That shit was hilarious. Like literally, there's a scene when they first met. The very first time they ever met, Tsubaki's in the shower. Shomei walks in to the shower, and they're like looking at each other. And they look down. You know, he sees vagina, she sees penis, and Shoma goes, "What are you, some sort of exhibitionist?" And then he's still looking down while he's saying this. Tsubaki looks at him and was like, "Hey, if you're gonna look, at least have the decency to get hard," which was fucking hilarious. And then later on in the episode, they're shit talking, and basically they're like, "Oh, like, you need to shut up, you fucking man slut." Literally, so like something like man slut. And they have like the bleeps, and they instead of writing the word in the subtitle, they put the asterisk to blur it out. They're like, "You need to shut up, man slut." And he looks at Tsubaki, and it was like, "You need to take your loose pussy ass elsewhere. Get the fuck away from me, you fucking fat ass bimbo slut," or some shit like that. It was just so off the fucking chain. Like they were just shit talking each other sexually. It was fucking hilarious. Absolutely to die for funny. But in any case, Shoma and Kirishima both have it in them to not reveal that they basically almost got what's her face? Yoshino almost got her killed in the previous episode. And so the boss, though, her grandfather, she knows something's up. And so he tells both of them in different intervals, "Meet me in the basement." And so, you know, Kirishima ends up going down to the basement, and he looks at the wall and he sees there's a bunch of blood on the wall. And he's like, "Hey, you know," the boss is like, "Don't mind the blood. Shoma was down here earlier." And he's like, "Okay." And so he starts pressing them about what happened that event. And Kirishima tells the truth without telling the truth. And he gets his ass kicked by the boss. And, you know, remember, he's an extended member of the family. That's the high boss. He's not going to fight him back. So he takes his ass kicking. He gets punched in the face, gets his nose broken. He gets kneed so hard in the stomach, he throws up. And basically, the boss is like, "Oh, you're a tricky bastard." He's like, "You knew you were going to get your ass kicked by me, so you emptied your stomach beforehand because you knew I was going to make you throw up, huh? You little piece of shit." Literally, just like that. And so he sends him off on his way after he's convinced like nothing happened so far, whatever. And so he ends up going outside. He ends up seeing Shoma, and basically they start having like a conversation. They start egging each other on, and Kirishima basically starts talking shit like, "Yeah, she's my girlfriend now," because they did uphold the end of the last episode where she lost rock paper scissors. So
Right.
they upheld it. They're now officially a couple. And so he tells Shoma and eggs him on, and they start fucking like start just fighting like crazy. They pull knives on each other. They're about to kill each other. Meanwhile, while this is happening, Tsubaki and Yoshino are having a conversation, and Tsubaki warns Yoshino basically like, "Hey, like he's a tricky bastard. I understand why you're doing what you're doing, but you can't let him wrap around your finger. Like." And she looks at him. She's like, Can you even have sex with that man? Like he's gonna like try and tempt you. Like, can you even like fuck him?" And she's like, "I don't even know what being in a relationship is like. I don't know. Like, I can't ask that question." Da 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 da. She's like, "What does it even mean to be in a relationship?" She's like, "Dates, hanging out together, having sex, kissing, like typical stuff, right?" And Yoshino's just freaked the fuck out. So even though she's this high-ranking like granddaughter of a yakuza, the principle of her being like a normal teenager in a normal teenage relationship that have those advancements just freaks her the fuck out. But then realizes like, "Hey, where the fuck are the boys?" So she uses the tracker that she had given Kirishima. She gave it to Shoma because Shoma needed to return it to where she bought it from, and finds them in the park. She brings a bat and she brings Tsubaki with her. And as they're beating each other up, they have knives to their throat. Yoshino comes, swings a bat at both of them, so they break it apart. And then she just starts going in, just yelling at them, like treating them like children. And it's quite funny. They're like, "All right, take off your shirts. Okay, swap shirts. You broke your shirts. Here's sewing materials. You're going to sew each other's shirts," right? Just treating them like whole ass children. And Tsubaki is like, "Where did you even learn this?" And she's like, oh, Shoma used to get into fights all the time with people. So to make them stop, I'd make them do this, when they were kids. And she's like, oh, you're just like a fucking mom, aren't you? And so then the rest of the episode basically focuses on Kirishima and Tsubaki having a conversation about how to get Yoshino to warm up to him and to get her in bed, but get her actual legitimate feelings and things of that nature. Meanwhile, on the other side, Shoma and Yoshino are having a conversation, and the episode ends quite intriguingly because basically, as somewhat of a half-hearted joke, Yoshino is talking to Shoma and puts her arm around him and was like, living with you wouldn't be so bad. And, we just get ourselves decent jobs. We live quietly and we can live to a ripe old age, no problem together. And Shoma's like, you're right. That wouldn't be that bad. And basically that takes Yoshino back. Yoshino's like, what? Are you saying you actually do like me for real, for real? And he's just like, stupid, like baka. And then basically the episode ends with them kind of laughing. But still, the principle of them thinking and looking at each other in that manner, relatively interesting from that perspective. And so it caps off a really funny episode with somewhat of a underlying thought between the two childhood friends. So I'm done finally.
Okay, very good. Almost a half hour.
Almost. Sorry about that.
But no, you went on a rant. It's okay. I'm gonna try. I
went on 2 rants.
I know. I'm gonna try to go a little fast.
That's not what she said.
Yes. Negative, positive angler. Picked up where we left off with Tsunehiro and Taki having that fight. And Tsunehiro realized that he didn't handle things the right way and probably should have taken Taki's advice a little more. But Taki has not been home since that argument. It's been a couple of days. Tsunehiro has been covering his shift at work. And I liked how the manager got mad. They keep switching shifts around. Like, what's the point of making a schedule type of thing? Mm-hmm. And fucking he is like, oh, I'm going fishing now. It's like, schedule.
Fishing.
Yeah, and she's like, what's more important than fishing? And he's like, working. Working.
Making money.
Like, following the fucking schedule. What you call Hana and Tsunehiro talking for a bit. She asked him why hasn't he come back yet? What's the fight about? He kind of said, "Don't worry about it," type of thing. Why does Taki care about me? He's like a hypocrite. And it's like, well, don't you remember who saved you from when you were drowning in the water, in the first episode?
Mm-hmm.
It was Takagi. And it's he was always the one helping him get out of that water, with the depression, his health condition, and almost drowned in the first episode, all that. It was just him always trying to reach out to help him. So Tsunehiro really didn't realize or accept it till that episode. And he actually does make another appointment with the hospital he got recommended. He actually goes to that. But we don't hear what that result is.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah, it's either the same or...
You got 3 months.
I feel like it's more of he still has it, but it's not as bad. If he just pays for the medication, he'll be okay. Maybe, I don't know. But during all this, Tsunehiro's just been, while fishing at night, he just goes around certain places trying to figure out where his fishing spots would be. Nowhere to be found for a bit. It's sea bass season, so they all want the big fish. And he remembered what he said in one of the previous episodes. Basically, people always go at this day, but they don't know that it's always better to go the day after that certain thing. And that was what Tsunehiro did on the bridge at nights. And this is where he sees Takagi. That is where the episode ends, with the finale coming up this Thursday.
I bet you he's gonna tell him I went to the doctors. They told me I don't got long to live.
I feel like it is bad news with just from the expression on his face.
They're gonna have
when
a
you
heart to
find
heart.
them.
It's gonna be emotional.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot to try to wrap up in one episode, but we'll see what happens. Sengoku Yoku picked up where he left off when Senya was trying to run away after talking out with the void people, like wanting to be alone type of thing. He got caught by his friends, passed out, woke up. So Tsukiko, the girl that likes him, says, "Hey, so why were you trying to leave?" Because Senya says, after I beat Jinka, after I tried to help Jinka, I'm not using my power again, and I'm going into hiding. Like, that's it. Because he still sees himself as a weapon with this 1,000-arm Katawara type thing. So Shinsuke says, like, you know what? Let's have a chat somewhere. Basically, like, look, I get how you're feeling, but you're really going about the wrong way. It takes him to like the dream/void sequence again. Like, it's just them talking. And more of Senya sees himself as this monster because in like the first episode of this season, when he was trying to save the village, it got burnt, and Tsukiko's father got killed in the process. So the girl he likes and that likes him thinks he killed her dad. So it's like a not forgiven himself type of thing. So Shinsuke tells Senya to basically, all right, fight this monster self that you think you are type of thing, like right in front of you. So while he's doing that, Tsukiko, Tama, and now they come there. Tsukiko tries to basically calm Senya down. It's like, no, I actually don't blame you for what you did. Like, I knew it was an accident. Like, and even my dad wouldn't let you beat yourself up. He's like, no, not good enough to yourself. Like, all right, like, fine. I'm mad at you. I don't forgive you. Is that what you want to hear? What can you do about it? Nothing. It happened. And like, I don't want you gone because I want you around. I want you in my life. She said, like, I love you to him. So she like yells at Senya, like, what do you want? And Senya actually says, I do want you to. Like, I do love you. I really don't want to go away. He beats his old inner thoughts, bad thoughts. Bancho is also healed up, so now it's time for the actual last battle against Jinka. So Bancho breaks the barrier that's containing Jinka, and what's that happens? Like, this giant hurricane thing comes in, like giant storm and everything. And Tsukiko uses her gourd to like contain the wind, like a wind tunnel type of thing. And while she's keeping that at bay, Shinsuke, Tama, and Shakuyaku are looking for Jinko's brother, who is basically also like stranded on the island, no food or anything, has like a couple days left to live. And Senya sees Jinka, and Jinka already does one move, and it almost kills him. like Jinka's like pulling a big stop like this, like all these multiple elements he does with his thousand tails that vein, and that one hit set Senya flying. He already has blood all over his body, and his top is ripped, like his outfit is like damaged already. And it looks like he wasn't gonna get up yet, but he actually does. And the Thousand Katawara in the center are like, oh no, we're just getting started type of thing. And that was where that episode ended. I'm like, nice, okay. Got 2 more episodes. We're gonna get this fight. I want to see this fight. Let's see how they can wrap it up.
Well, all right.
Let's go with Blue Lock. We got more of our horny demon soccer player. It's fucking Shido. First, he talks about coming after scoring a goal. And now this one, as soon as he had one of his shots blocked, he talked about how the whole soccer game, soccer in general, like the fertilization, the net is the womb. His kick is like ejaculation. And as he does this insane move kick, he says, I'm going to let everyone know, you're here. I'm going to knock you up. I'm like, I beg your pardon.
Ow.
So he gets the goal. U20's in the lead, 3-2. He runs over to say, like, jumps on his back, like, hey, I scored a goal. You notice me yet? Hey, I'm happy. Like, I'm fucking throbbing right now. And Say just fucking grabs his head, like, flips him over, like, shut up, you perverts. I told you to do a hat trick, not this. It's like, come talk to me when you do, like, a regular hat trick. It's like, oh, well, fine. But if I do 10 goals, would you let me move in with you? Let me be your roommate. Because with Say, it makes soccer fun for Shido. And Jinpachi's assistant goes like, okay, what are we gonna do? Is like, what can we do? I'm just letting everything go with the flow. And Isagi goes to Ego like, hey, like, what do you mean? Like, if this keeps going, we're gonna lose. And Ego's like, what are you talking about? We already won. It's like, what do you mean? Like, we dominated U20 in the first half. Fans are noticing you. If we lose, yeah, we'll lose the game, and I'm out of soccer forever. But people are gonna be recruited in different teams. Like, you might get one from a universe and all that. It's like people haven't noticed you. That's why you've won. A random group of nobodies got a lead on the U20 in that first half. And Isagi said, fuck that. I know you have a plan for us winning. I want to be the best or not at all. So you're going to make it fucking happen, you four-eyed freak. And Jinpachi's like, okay, fine. So he does one more swap. And we got our king, Baro. He is the Joker for this.
Oh boy.
Like, he is the wild card. Like I don't know what he's going to do. But this is our option now. So Baro's plan is basically fuck over Isagi to throw the U20 off, make it think that there was discourse when there really isn't. And since Baro's all about himself, he wants the goals for himself. And it did work for a bit until the fucking captain of U20 once again blocks this goal. That should have been a goal, but he's just so quick on the defense. As I was like, holy shit! Like, this fucking guy, they can't get past the captain for U20s. So it was like, how they're gonna get past him? Like, they can score all those winning goals they want, but like, while he's in the way, it's like fuck. Moving on. Penalty from his servants. Hideyoshi, fuck this kid for making her cry. I'm done. I'm done with it.
Oh, this is where the shit list comes into play.
He's on my shit list. Basically, he heard that Yuki loves him, type of thing. But he does self-sabotage.
Of course.
Because the last time he said he loves somebody, the girl that he asked out said, no, you don't. You actually don't really love me. You only said that to me because you have abandonment issues. So, yeah. So nice try. I'm like, what? Like this, but they're like probably middle school. Like, this kid saying this is. So he was afraid of getting hurt again. And of course, Yuki, she fucked up with mopping. Her top's a little wet. It's white, but you don't see the bra or anything.
Boo.
I know. But you'll see her lingerie when she's getting dressed. But
boo.
But he's saying, what's wrong? And like, do you need the rest of my lap? And Hideyoshi's like, you know what? I actually don't like when you let me lay on your lap. It's kind of annoying. So Yuki starts crying, like, are you fed up with me already? He's like, no, I'm like, no, not that. And she's like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't blame you. So any little thing she fucks up on, she starts breaking down because she now thinks he's useless to the only person that gave a shit about her. Like someone she actually loves, this one guy just shattered it like that.
No.
So she's like, now it's only a matter of time until he like gets rid of her, kicks her out, type of things.
You can no longer be part of my harem.
Yep. Basically, go back to killing. Go back to being an emotionless killer. Like goddamn. So Hideyoshi does not know how to make it better because he's like, he knows he fucked up. And it's New Year's Eve. Yuki goes out shopping, gets a pork roast and all this. But turns out Hideyoshi already grabbed the roast beef type of thing, already made the dinner without telling her. That makes her feel even more useless. So all that happens, we go next day. Hideyoshi's passed out on the couch. They missed the whole Happy New Year thing. Hideyoshi's sister is at the door. Talks to Yukio like, "Oh, you ready? Like, you ready? Like, you know, it's his birthday, right? Like, that's what we do." So he didn't even tell her it's his birthday today. So are you just already done with this maid?
Just a savage.
I was like, I will slap you across the teeth. So it's just like, all right, well, yeah, I mean, you can come in, and the dad's here too. Just all right, I guess we'll just wait till later. So Yuki goes to her ninja friend Naka, and Naka's like it's okay to be sad. Like you're actually having emotions. Like, I actually feel like I've never seen you like this. Like I get what's like feeling useless to someone you care about when like I know you're not. And I don't know what his deal is, but I think he's just having a hard time conveying it. So, like, if you need to cry to me, cry. It's okay, but go talk to him. And Yuki's going to. Hideyoshi's phone's been ringing nonstop. And on the caller ID, it says, "Dad, we're finally going to see the dad." And he never picked up the phone, so we're going to see what actually happens in that finale on Saturday. Moving on, Shangri-La Frontier. This was great. Sunraku, he tried out his new gauntlets for the boss fight, and he realized that he's late to meet up with Saiger Zero. So he's like, shit, like that starts running.
No!
He was like, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, he's like apologizing profusely. And she's like, oh, no, like, no, you're good. You're good. Like, I got here a little early. It's fine. Like that type of thing. So, like, she's just happy. Like, she's happy that she gets to play with her crush type of thing. Like, I just want to go on an adventure with you. I'm okay. So Sunrock is like, I'll pay you. He's like, you don't have to pay me. I'm just here for the ride. We're doing this for friends. So Sunrock is like, oh, it's even worse. Like, I'm doing it for free. Like, it's like, you don't want anything. So they start traveling a bit, find a couple of monsters, and Saiger's jealousy starts to kick in, like, because you heard him say he's meeting people. It's like, oh, so these people you're meeting, you could say they're friends. Like, Saiger's like, I mean, kinda. They're from another game. I invite them to this game. And she's like, is one of them female?
Who are the people? I want to be people.
He's like, one's female. She's like, I see.
Naruhodo.
Like, she was just getting ready to like
die.
Crush something. But it's nighttime, and we get some betrayal in the group. Anomalia and her Shangri-La Zoo group, they're also at this area. She sees Sunraku and Saiger Zero there, and it's not a friendly visit. I was like, oh, hold on, what's her name? What's that purple girl hair's name? Fucking Pentagon apparently made an offer to Animalia about like, oh, if you do a certain thing, I can find another way to get you to Rabbitusa without needing that alternate ending or whatever.
Mm.
Basically, Pentagon kind of conned Animalia because like she knows how to get to her. It's like, so why the fuck's Pentagon doing this? And so Animalia's like, there is no area boss here, but there's a certain unique monster that's going to be here. And it's the one monster Soraka has been hunting for. The one that put the curse on him in the first place.
Mm.
So you see this giant wolf, Lycangon, right there in front of them. I'm like, holy shit! So we're going to get a rematch.
There we go.
So I can't wait for that. So I'm hyped.
Nice.
Yeah, so hold on, what else I got? Alright, Dan. We got our fourth boy, Jin. And let me tell you, holy shit, this guy is cringe.
Mm.
He is cringe as fuck with how he acts. And he is the childhood friend of Mama Ayase and the first crush. Saying babe and all this, acting like him and Momo are like lovers when they're really not.
Oh God.
And it's awful in the dub. But it's accurate from what I've heard. But at the same time, I was like, nah, the cringe.
Cringe AF.
Cringe AF. And he's staying for a while. He has the evil eye. That's why he's there. To help out with Momo and Okarune's situation, looking for Okarune's other ball.
Mm.
So, Gigi is now at their school, acting like, oh, me and Momo are already a thing. Even though Momo's friend's like, no, she's with Okarune. You shut your whore mouth. Like, it's not helping the case of the whole rumor of, oh, Momo will sleep with anybody, which, no, that's not the case, but say, holy shit.
Sure.
Yeah, Okarune, he's doing his workout. Momo is watching him, teasing him, like, oh, you want me to feed you type of thing. And of course, fucking Gigi there is like the cock block. Like, go away! But all of a sudden, you see, like, one of those, like, dummy things like that show, like, the human body, like, half the exterior, the other half, like, the interior with the muscles and skeletons type of thing that you see in science class.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is alive, running, like, that type of running. Fast as fuck.
Dan running.
Yes. And he is basically, like, he's got, like, we don't know where he's running to, why type of thing. Like, he's looking for somebody.
Mm.
And they thought he was causing a ruckus. Like, they thought he was going to hurt people. Okarune, all that. They all start chasing it. Until he stops at the dump. And he's looking for... And this dummy thing was looking for the love of his life.
Mm.
Who was another one like him. But like an older model, so like like doesn't have like the legs and all that. Hana, he's like, I come looking for you. I'm here to find you, type of thing. And I was like, but wait, I'm obsolete. Why do you want me? And I'm like, I don't care what generation you are. I just want to be with you. It's a love story, damn it. Between these random fucking dummies. But I know they talk about like how like this arc isn't gonna finish because we got one episode left. The finale is Thursday.
Really?
But we're gonna get a season 2.
I'm very surprised this is one of those ones that carrying over, considering how like popular.
It's not. No. It was not. So like, all right, fine. God app. Goro is finally here. Like his body got reconstructed, has all the memories, has all the powers. So Echo, the god, she's like trying to be nice to him, like, oh, like nice to meet you type of thing. I heard like you were this guy type of thing. And the fucking Goro just anything Echo did, Goro just went
Yeah.
to God. Like to God.
Who do you think you are, God? I am.
Yeah, like everything that she wrote, everything, it was all like fucking worthless. And this is getting Echo pissed off.
Does that cheapen like all the stuff that was like done over the previous 20 something episodes?
For this?
Yeah.
Well, no, that's what we knew. Goro had the ability to become God in this world. He just disappeared, but Lal and everyone else used their powers to like make him come back to life, type of thing, like come back into existence in this world.
Yeah, but you're saying now like everything that they did is just well, for not everything is just rewritten. I want this. No,
that was what Echo did. That's what this fake god that this person created in this God app did. The person created in the app thinks it's God, which really not. So, and it was basically the person did create the God app for whoever was that winner was to fight that God, which is what it is now, which is Goro fighting that God.
And
to basically stop all this. To stop
doing too hot.
What?
I said, not doing too hot.
Not doing too hot right now. And even fucking Goro was like ignoring Echo. And it's getting Echo really pissed off. And even got to the point like, hold on, I gotta make a phone call to someone. And it was the one he called was Honoka, who we thought died in like episode like 3.
Psych.
Yeah, psych. And no, like she actually has like a happy life because Goro's wish during the whole selection process was to help give Honoka that happy life, and he actually gave that to her. So that's why like they're like friends and all this. And it's like I'll help you out type of thing. And but there's also that one wish Goro is seeking, but we don't know what it is yet because that's going to be in the finale, which is tomorrow. But Echo's really having enough because it was funny though. In the beginning, before we found out Echo was imitating God, she said she wanted to meet God to ask him something, but now we want to know what is that, and does she mean Goro for that? So it's like what? Like so now, what's Goro seeking, and what's Echo gonna ask? So that's gonna be the interesting thing when that comes into display. All right, now I got my finales. 2.5 Dimensional Seduction. It's out in the open. Mikari loves Okamura, and she told Lilisa that.
What?
And Lilisa was basically going, I'm sorry, like, do you want me to back off? I wasn't trying to be a hindrance and all that. And she actually says, like, no. Like she feels like a bitch saying that to her. Because like, I know Okamura's not gonna like look at me that way or like me that way, like how he looks at you. And she tells Lisa, like, all right, fine, tell me why do you love Okamura? And she's like, well, I don't know. Like, yes, I love him, but I don't know if I love him the way you do. Like, I love him that he got me into cosplay. He got me to be myself type of thing. Which he did to almost all the other girls that are in that cosplay group. And he's like, I'm still trying to figure out if it is that love like you. I don't know, but Mikari knows. She knows. And they're chatting and everything, and Mikari says to Lisa, like, hey, if he actually does ever ask you out, I'm letting you know it's okay if he does. But basically, if I had to lose someone, I'd rather it be you. But we flash back like 10 minutes after that. Okumura heard everything
Mm.
on the other side of the room. And he's like stunned, speechless, like, wait, Mikari loves me? And he's shocked. He doesn't know why.
Mm.
And he starts crying a bit, like he feels like an asshole type of thing. Like he doesn't know how to say it back to people. Mayuri, the sensei, talks to him a bit. It's like, okay, like you don't have to talk about why you have this mental wall, even though he kind of told Arya that, but no one else knows.
Mm.
It's like you don't have to talk about it right now, but just know that people actually can care about you and actually do care.
Mm-hmm.
Like those genuine smiles and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Just you either see them as such,
Mm-hmm.
as people,
Mm-hmm.
not just characters. Eventually, Gamora calms down. They want to finish the photo shoots. Mikari, Noah, and Arya, they step out of it. So they basically give Lisa her moment type of thing. Like, yeah, give her that one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
And so Lisa wants to compose to make him go to make him see her, while Lisa also during this realizing like I cannot just be a carbon copy of this character I'm cosplaying.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be my own version of it.
Mm-hmm.
Something that's authentic to me. And she does this pose, says I love you, like in character, but still. But you tell her but you tell she actually meant it when she said it in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And beautiful picture. So I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Photo shoot's done. And now like they're wrapping up. They're back to manga club. They can watch the anime, like they're getting ideas for next future cosplays.
Mm-hmm.
And season 2. So I can't wait. I'm with it. I gave it 3 3/4. Some episodes dragged, but overall the characters are fun. While Okamura has been cringe with it, he has grown.
Mm-hmm.
like he really wants to be more of a person, like more come out of that shell.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mental block at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something that he has to break out of, and he's in a step in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
So I like it for that.
All right.
But I definitely have fun. And finally, TsumaSho or Elementary Wife.
Oh boy, here we go.
We finally well, first it's Mai take it out. Marika wants to go on a Ferris wheel. Mai is talking about slowly accepting it. She knows she has to say goodbye to her mom. Like to move on, just so the mother can rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
And they made up, they hugged, but Marika outside sees Keisuke with Moria.
Mm-hmm.
So they get out the Ferris wheel, they follow, and Keisuke gives Moria an engagement ring.
Mm-hmm.
Because, he said that we plan on getting married.
Mm-hmm.
So the mother, so Marika sees it, and instead of like being upset, like she actually has a happy face. Like she's happy, like she wants her husband to move on.
Mm-hmm.
Like now she knows that both her husband and daughter are gonna be okay.
Mm-hmm.
So she says the goodbye, and the spirit leaves the body.
Mm-hmm.
So now Marika's back to being Marika.
Mm-hmm.
She's passed out. Maya goes to her dad. Casey's like, "Is it done?" Like, yeah, like she's gone. And weird twist right here. He was never gonna marry Moria.
Nani?
Like he apologized to her, and Mai's confused. And Moria's like, "It's okay." Turns out it was actually her idea to suggest a fake engagement because she's like, "Yeah, I do love him, but after how he explained everything, I accepted like I'm not gonna. I don't want to take that away from him, but I also want to help him have his wife move on to the afterlife. If it means like faking an engagement to make it seem like he was going to be okay, which he's going to be, he said, so be it." So props to her. It's gotta suck though. It's like, I love this man, but I know I can't. I'm no match for Take.
Right.
It's fine, but still a chance for wanting to help.
Right.
So I guess mine's kind of relates, but they bring Marika back to her mother. The mother's very happy, like she knows it's her daughter. And then we get a dream. Keisuke, he's up. Something's cooking. He sees his wife. And he's like, "Man, like I had this crazy dream where like he died in an accident. And like you came back in a 10-year-old girl's body," and she tells him that happened. I am dead. Basically, this dream is basically her way to say goodbye to him now, like properly. Having that final farewell. And she said, like, everything that has happened has been a miracle. Meeting you has been a miracle. Thank you. I love you. It was all really nice. Like, oh. Yeah, so Keisuke gets that closure. Take rests in peace. And it's time for the wedding between Mai and her husband, Renji. Everyone's there, even Chika, Marika. Keisuke and Moria are still good friends. They have lunch together at work still. Keisuke is out fishing, but as Mai and Renji were about to like walk towards him, like she knows the sunflowers, which is like her flower and all that. She stops for a moment and she says to Renji, "Do you mind if I tell you a story?" Like something that actually happened to me. Like you might not believe it, but it's the truth. And she's gonna tell her everything that happened with the mother and all that, which fine. Like they share everything. They're married now. But really, I gave some light 4.
Light 4?
Like a week 4.
I'm surprised.
I enjoy. I
expected like a solid 4.
It was just more of I kind of wish he did get married, but I get why it didn't happen. Like it's more like not everything needs to be like a remarried type of thing. Like people move on differently. Doesn't want to get married. Type of, I get it. I respect it. But this is how they built it up. Like maybe they could have. They really could have. Like it'd be nice, but they didn't do it. And just the comedy in the beginning felt really off. Just when we got to the actual drama aspects of it, that's where it picked up. So I really liked it for that. They handled the grief very well. How people go through it, how it's hard to fully accept it right away. It takes time. There's growth from everyone, the husband, the daughter, even the other family. Like Chica's not like this verbally abusive mother anymore, neglectful.
Yeah.
Not now a better person now, treating her daughter right.
Yeah. Like
people learn something out of it, even if it wasn't intended for other people around them.
Yeah.
So a lot of good stuff. All right, now let's do our steps.
It's about 30 minutes. No, actually, no, it's about 40 minutes. Oh, good.
No, because well, you were.
I was at 45. You're at 124.
Yeah. Well, thankfully, 2 are done.
You know, while you were speaking, I filled out my my awards.
Okay, cool.
So I'm
Good,
only
good,
missing
good.
out original and soundtrack.
Dragon Ball Daima. We'll start with that.
It's okay.
Ku. Ku
Sucks.
is,
Sucks.
yeah, Ku sucks. Weak as shit. Is gonna fight the Tamagani 1. And
Loses.
loses. Like, it's getting its ass kicked. Like,
It hasn't made it.
it has the Majin Buu gene.
Bro. It's like Majin Buu with like ED.
Yeah, basically. But, you know, it's also fucking has a Cyberman in it. Who uses a fucking Cyberman? Like, oh my god. Like, a 2-year-old Trunks could be a Cyberman now. Jesus Christ.
Basically.
Yeah, so we'll get that part of the way first. Ku lost, and the fucking artist is like, all right, you're fired.
How you fire him? You just kill him.
Yeah, like, well, I can do other things. I can talk, I can sing, I can do other things.
I need you to beat a Tamagami.
I need the Dragon Ball, damn it.
I don't give a damn about any of that other shit.
Yeah. All right. Other side, Goku, the others, they're at the other second planet, which is basically the old Namek in that demon world.
OG Namek.
OG Namek. And it's like, oh, man, they got followed, obviously, getting shot.
They got ugly ass Krakens.
Yep. And it's like, don't go too close to the Krakens. Otherwise, something's going to happen. Ships are destroyed. Goku gets sucked by the Kraken, but he gets out of it. Got some Dragon Balls.
No, he gets sucked by the Kraken because fucking stupid ass Pansy wants to go back in. But we found out she wasn't so stupid after all because, again, she saved the Dragon Ball.
Yep.
That's why she did it. I thought she was going to go in for like a fucking... When I saw her go in, I thought she was going to go after like a stuffed animal. Like, I can't get rid of this stuffed animal. Yep. My mom gave it to me or something.
Yeah, but now their ship is kind of wrecked. They really can't go far. They take a break, waiting for Bulma and all that.
They've got no ship. They flew.
No, the other people do.
Yeah. Bulma and them do.
Yeah, but saying so they're waiting for them basically.
You said they have no ship. You said the ship don't go there very far. I'm like, no, fucking.
The ship's gone.
Oh, you meant Bulma and them aren't far. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, basically, yeah, like they're not far. So how about we just wait for them?
Okay, go man.
Yeah, and fucking this fucking guy is shooting a shot to Bulma.
Oh yeah,
so, you know, Bulma's happy being young. The spot was nice, and Hippus is like, "I can be here, my friend." So Vegeta's getting cooked by a Teletubby here. So Vegeta's like, "You want to go, motherfucker?" That fucking Bulma's like, "Oh, you know, you could go back to your age. I'm fine being young." And Vegeta's like, "No, I'm fucking a 10-year-old. Like we grow.
That would be creepy.
Like we age up together." And then fucking Hippus is like, "So, you like boobs? You're a boob guy." It's like, "Shut up!" Like, okay, man. Pickle's like, "You're not denying it."
He's like, "He doesn't seem like he's wrong."
So we know Vegeta confirmed to be boob man.
I miss me. Chi-Chi's got a ass man.
No, Goku's just a food guy. He'll just eat out. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's right. He will eat out. Uh-huh.
But so Goku goes to their ship. Like, yeah, I'm carpooling. By the way, don't go low. Beware the Kraken. Don't fuck up.
And they almost do.
They almost fuck up. They see the Kraken, like, what the fuck? Like, we can't fight it in our current state. This is keep going.
Why didn't you know about the Kraken? It's my first time being here. This is like, I don't know. I've never been here before.
Yep. So they rendezvous with everyone else, and fucking Gloria's like, just let me drive. Like, nah, it's my ship. Like, but you don't know it your way around. Gloria does. All right, fine. You can drive. So they're off to fight the second Tamagami for the second Dragon Ball. They only have 3 Dragon Balls.
Yes, and Ku can't get the third one, so
well, yeah, the 1 star, yes.
That seems like the most powerful one.
Probably. I don't know. I think they're all the equal strength.
You think? I feel like they're going to be more challenging.
Yeah.
Watch the second Tamagami. They're going to fight it and going to be like, all right, you best.
Are they going to create another Majin to fight Tamagami? Is that one going to fail and then it's going to fuse them till they beat it?
Yeah, I can see that. Honestly, I see.
So hopefully the next one isn't ugly.
It's just fat, maybe.
And you know what? No one Toriyama. Yeah, one of them's going to be fat, and Vegeta's going to beat it because Vegeta only beats fat people. Like fucking Goldo, Dodorio, Zarbon when he was thick. Android 19, Topo. He beats fat people. He doesn't lose.
Fat. He was just super large. He beats large people.
Like he beats thick. He's a fat shamer. He
beat the dude from the Ginyu Force.
I say he killed Goldo. He didn't beat him. Raccoon kicked his ass.
Oh yeah.
He beat Goldo, the short fat one. He killed Midoriya, the fat one. Zarbon when he was thick. Android 19, who is fat.
Oh my god.
Topo, who was fat but also had a god thick.
Dabura, thick.
Yep.
All right, I get it. Fat shame, got it.
Yeah, Vegeta's the fat shamer.
If you could pick one Z fighter to kill you, who would it be, Matt? It'd be Vegeta because he only beats fat people.
Hey. Moving on. Let's go with Kenshin, I guess.
Decent episode.
Yeah, decent episode. Everything is all coming together.
Indeed.
Kenshin's leaving again. What a shock.
Bro, I think Goku's only ahead of him in terms of abandonment.
No one doesn't want anyone involved. Even though Misao's like, fuck that, I'm gonna help you. Even the old man's like, dude, we'll help you any way you want. We'll be fine.
I want to die alone. Okay.
All right, cool. Go.
Be free.
Misao, take a break. Go to town. Get fucking eat something.
Go get some dango.
Yeah, and of course it's while this is happening, Karo and Yahiko are working at this restaurant. Even put up missing posters for Kenshin.
Love Kenshin.
And who won the pony?
She shows up.
In that restaurant.
Kenshin! You know Kenshin? Tell us everything you know right now.
Oh yeah, I've been traveling with him to Kyoto. And Karo's like, really?
You guys spent the night together multiple nights, huh?
I see.
I'm going to kill you.
It's like, I'm going to kill him. And then Yaku's like, yep, she's back to normal. She's back to normal. But now the talk is like, where is he? Type of thing.
He's left. He's gone.
Yeah. And but there's a signal in the air, a smoke signal.
Flare.
Yeah, smoke flare. That the old man gives the Kenshin. The person you're looking for is in this area.
And the person he's looking for, Matt, is
his old master.
His old TsumaSho.
Yep. He does pottery now.
Could be worse things to do.
You're right. There could be worse things to do. Do you remember his name?
No.
I'm trying to.
TsumaSho.
I'm trying to find it.
Let me go on the character list too. Beep, 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 beep. Is that him? Tsukioka? No. It might be him. Tsukioka.
Tsukioka, you said?
Might be Tsukioka. I'm going through the rest of the list. I don't see anybody that really looks like him.
I know, he's not on here.
So just call him TsumaSho.
Yeah, it's a fucking TsumaSho. He's like, basically, he's like, what do you want? And yeah, we found out, it was him that gave Kenshin the sword. Like, why? Yeah. Like, here's how naive you are, basically.
In effect.
Yeah. So I was like, I want to learn the final hidden Mitsurugi style.
And he's like, no, because it's used for killing.
Yeah. And you're not going to, so why should I teach you?
Yep.
He's like kind of begging, but the door's open.
The gang is all reunited.
Yeah, and Kenji's like, Oro?
Oro? Nani?
He's like, I don't know. Well, it's time for me to go again.
Pew! Never be seen again.
But eventually he slowly persuades Shiso to teach him. He's like, yeah, fine, yeah, fine. Yeah, it's fine. Let's see how you fuck it up. Yeah, do it in front of your girlfriend too. Your two girlfriends and your little boy. So let's see how they do this.
You know, it'd be great if Kenshin treated Yakugo like a young boy.
like a young lion.
Yeah, like a young lion. That'd be great.
Abuse him constantly.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Not a lot, just a little bit.
Yeah, it's a tiny bit. It's a tiny bit. Tiny bit of abuse.
Just a little bit.
Little child abuse.
A little jockstrap washing. A little bit of just hit him with the butt, hit him with the butt of the sword every time he fucks up.
A little whip.
A little whip.
Yeah. Let's go with Trillion Game. Kazuki's awesome.
He really is.
He's dope. More or less half of this is his backstory.
Mm-hmm.
His criminal record.
Mm-hmm.
He worked at this really nice agency.
Yep.
He scouts talent.
Yep.
Like he sees good in people. He had this country guy. He had a lot of potential in Himuro.
I think it's Himuro.
Yes. Yeah. Himuro. Yeah.
Yeah. Himuro. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you're gonna go far. You do great. But Hiromo fucks up.
He's an idiot.
Hit and run.
Yep.
So he drives off after hitting this lady.
Yep.
And Jin's like, what the fuck's gonna happen now? And all of a sudden you see Kazuki shaving his head.
I'm gonna take the fall.
He's gonna take the fall.
And he does.
He does. He's
6 months in jail.
6 months, you said?
Yeah, 6 months in jail.
Yeah. Blacklisted a bit. Corporate wants Shin to fire him. Like, no one's gonna want to work with us as long as he's in the payroll.
No, you know who persuaded him to do it? Kirihime.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Kirihime is the one who told the president to fire him.
It's like, yep, you gotta let him go, or else basically we're not gonna do business.
Yeah, God forbid. Oh no, we need Dragon Bank.
Yeah, so basically, that explains the history. Like, basically, you ruined my life. Thanks, bitch.
Yep. I'm gonna send my dog to fuck you.
Yep.
Dog.
Pretty much, yeah.
Haru.
But yeah, he struggles for a little bit, but like, you know what? I still know fucking people.
No, I mean he struggled a lot, bro. Like his wife divorced him, took their kid. Yep. Nobody would hire him. All he had was himself, an empty apartment, and a boatload of fucking money.
Yep, and also a shit ton of contacts. Like, yeah, like, people know me. People actually, yeah. I've helped out a lot of people.
Yeah,
and it's a good point. Like, I'm a threaten too.
Like, bro, like I'm fucking rich and I'm good at my job.
Yeah, so like I was over my own company, a small one.
Yeah. And he makes a hedge fund company. He made a hedge fund company.
Yep. And then so Haru's just like, you know what? Let's pay your old crew a visit. Let's buy him out.
Hostile takeover, baby.
I'm in. He's like, I'm in.
He's like, there's no turning back. You want to be associated with a douchebag? You got to be a douchebag. You ready to be a douchebag?
And he's like, I already am one.
He's like, I've done so much worse than you know, brother. Let's go.
He's like, well, then two bad guys are gonna go overtake this.
And that's the name of the title of the show, Two Bad Guys.
Yep, I loved it.
It works itself out.
Yep, they go to the building. Security's like, yeah, like we like you, but we can't let you in.
Yeah, fuck you. Beats the shit out of them.
Beats the shit out of them. Fucking Jin's having a heart attack. Himuro, he comes in. Like, oh my god, it's really you! And bam! Punches.
Punches him in the gut.
Yep. It's like,
but he didn't really want to. It ends up being staged.
Yeah. Basically, we find out as they leave. Like, Basically, make it
He gave
look,
him a
make
look.
it look like
He shot Himuro a look like sell for me, kid.
yeah,
Literally, it's wrestling. He sold for him.
yep.
He sold it, and
Yeah,
then
so
Himuro
was
walks off, and he's
good, like you know what? I'm glad you went in jail. Like I didn't ask you to cover for me, but look at me now. You're a nobody. I took your position basically.
yeah, and he walks off, and he's like, I hope that's what he wanted. And then meanwhile, Ketoween is like, man, he's a good fucking actor now. I'm a good guy. I picked him out. He's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, but there was a reason why they did that, because first they got denied to buy the company,
Of course,
but people are
they counted on Jin to fucking break the news to the investors. Hey, there's some shady people that are going to try and buy your shares. Don't sell them.
Yeah, but the one he told was like, oh yeah, you know, someone did warn me you would say this.
Oh, and that's after he tells them the story about how Ketoween fucking took their star person Himuru.
And basically, he took the fall, all this, like he's gonna come after me probably.
Shady ass Haru. Shady ass Haru, bro. What did shady ass Haru do?
What did he do? You tell me. What did he do?
He voice recorded the conversation and was like, "Hey, if you sell your shares, that's insider trading. So you're fucked either way. So how about we buy your shares?" And the guy's like, "Well, son of a bitch, pissed off. You got me. How much you want to share?" And meanwhile, Ketoween is like, you know, we have a budget of $2 billion. And while they're having this conversation, people at Trillion Game are like, oh, well, you know, Haru's really good at getting this shit, but he has no concept of saving, of budget, or nothing. And Ketoween's like, we have $2 billion. We just got to get him at a decent number. And he's like, how much you willing to offer? And the end of the episode, Haru's like, 2 billion yen. Huh?
Which is their video game budget.
It's the whole fucking budget.
The whole budget.
For one shareholder.
Oh boy.
So we'll find out on Thursday how he gets out of that one.
All right, moving on. Let's go with Blue Box.
A come down episode.
This was okay. I don't think this was my favorite, but we got stuff with Hina again. It was like Taiki, you know, sulking, like, what does she mean by that? Like, you know, I'll get out of your way.
Yeah.
Getting friend zoned. But Chinatsu is still acting normal.
Yep.
Just forget that one moment.
Forget that I touched you.
Yeah, like forget the whole I took care of you or when you pulled me.
See, I want to pause for a second because you know where this show could do really well is where you guys shit on Stepsister, right? You never saw it. Chris shit on it. But the thing that Stepsister did that I love so much, and now I want more anime to do, is or do more of, because sometimes they do it, is I want to hear the other side, right? All we saw was Taiki heart beating. He's like, oh my God, this is crazy, da 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 da, like whatever. And like we hear his inner thoughts, his inner monologues. I would love to hear Chinatsu's side, right? We see Chinatsu whenever something happens, she walks away, she's blushing.
You want her perspective.
I want her perspective. I want to like see her go around the corner and Taiki's like doing whatever. And then Chinatsu's like, I want to see her start to crack. Because you see it already when her friends, and they talk about it this episode where they talk about what you're going to get to. They're like, oh, like, you know, you'll find a boyfriend when you find a lover. And Chinatsu is like, no, I'm good. But Chinatsu, her one monologue that we do get is, I don't need that right now. And clear as day, you can tell that whatever she's feeling with Taiki is affecting her in that manner because these are feelings that she's never felt before. But they don't go into enough description of it to help you be even, because they do a great job of helping you emotionally invest in Chinatsu, but to give you even more emotional investment into the overarching relationship and her feelings and her thoughts and her perspective.
We know she can get jealous because she said she was jealous with how Hina is around him. Yeah, I feel like she's too
the attention that Taiki gives him and stuff.
I feel like she's too focused on basketball that she can't have that relationship right now. So she's trying to make sure.
It's that an inexperience. Is that an experience? Because she doesn't have the experience to recognize.
I was like, it's both. Like one, lack of experience, and more of she doesn't want to fuck up with her nationals in basketball. Like she thinks that might ruin it.
It makes her seem a little oblivious, but we all know she's not. I would love to like just hear an inner monologue from Chinatsu and be like questioning, like, does Taiki really like me? Like, does Taiki just want to fuck me? Like, is Taiki like, what is Taiki? Like, what is like? I know who Taiki is. Taiki's a great boy, but how does that relate in terms of anything me and Taiki could be? I want to see her thinking of like, you know, she's in bed and she's like awake and she's thinking of Taiki. And like thinking like cute things with Taiki, like in her inner monologues and stuff, the way Taiki does with her. So it's like I would love to see more of that. That's one of my critiques of this dynamic, and where again I'm putting over stepsister because we got literally two halves entirely that would meet, and I love that.
Anyway, maybe she will realize during the national game.
After the national game, not during.
Do you see her winning or losing?
Winning.
Okay.
You read this, right? Already?
No, I did not. No, Chris did. He didn't tell me anything.
Okay.
But I feel like, for some reason, I feel like she's going to lose.
Everybody else is lost. Unless it's either one. I don't think both Haruyu and Chinatsu win or lose. One of them wins, one of them loses.
I see Chinatsu losing.
You see Haruyu winning.
I can see him winning, or I can also see Hina winning her national thing.
I think it's inevitable for her. That she's like the third.
Well,
character.
we don't know the rest of the group. We don't know who else is involved.
You know what I see now that you mentioned Hina winning? I see Hina and Chinatsu winning, and I see Taiki being more happy for one versus the other, which makes the other jealous.
I can see Taiki comforting Chinatsu if she loses.
And then maybe
that's where she'll get that realization.
But then maybe Hina loses and he doesn't. I think whatever happens to one will happen to the other, and I think that dynamic is what's going to play.
Okay.
Because it's going to boil back to the jealousy, and it's going to be back like like Hina, like for example, she doesn't get comforted if she loses. It's just like, oh my god, I've been your best friend forever, like da 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 da, and like she like makes her feelings more known than ever, just going off on Taiki for being a bad like supportive person. Because as we'll get to later on in the episode, Hina is supportive in all the stupidest ways.
Yeah. Yeah, we also get a little flashback, like kind of like how they met, ordeal, festival, the firework festival, candy apples. And now she wants to go again this year. And Taiki took it as, I'm going to bring everyone.
It's a group date. Yeah. Group celebration.
And he does this like, but you and me.
But she's stupid and doesn't say that.
Yeah, even Kyo picked up on that. I was like, I think she just wanted you, dude. Oh, no, it'd be fine. It'd be fine.
All right.
Yeah, and fucking Hina's friend's like, why'd you tell me the date? I don't know.
Teenage hormones.
Yep. And fucking Taiki, he goes to training with Haru. For like
at a college.
Yeah, college, and they're playing pretty good. And one of them gave Taiki a point, like look, like you're good with this, but you're too aggressive.
It was Haru's rival.
Yeah, it's like you gotta be like, more limber with your wrists. You're too like round. It's like you're too stiff.
You're too stiff. He's like you were a lot more loose in the doubles. And he's like, but you were very rigid in your singles. And he's like, that's the reason why you lost to Yuta or Yura, whatever the fuck his name is. Yusa.
Yeah, like he learned this new trick, and his improvement grew up like dramatically a bit.
Instantly.
Yeah, it's like, well, and the guy's like, you're still green, but.
And he's like, I think right now Nationals is going to be Haruyu and Yusa. What do you think? And he's like, yeah, you're right. And that took
next year.
Back. He's like, I took him back. Like, what happened to you? And he's like, no. He's like, he pulled out a wrestling move. He pulled out wrestling psychology. Yeah. I'm better off chasing than I am in front.
It's like now I know if I know those good people, like I know who to be. I know who to focus on.
The babyface story of chasing after the heel, the champion, is what drives him. That's perfect.
It works for him in this.
It works for him. And even the dude whose name we're forgetting right now he's like, he's like, I can appreciate the story. He's like, I love to see the underdog win. It's wrestling logic in real life.
It was Shota.
Okay.
Yep. But it's time for the festival.
Yep.
Kyo backs out.
Cough. I'm sick.
Like, oh, you should go without me. So Taiki goes there and sees Hina in this beautiful yukata.
Very gorgeous.
So we're ready for the date, though.
Yes. And he's still freaking out because he thought he saw a girl that looked like Shinatsu. Because Shinatsu's going with her homies.
Yeah,
I think that's another thing that's going to happen. I think Shinatsu's going to see them, not say anything. She's going to see Hina being really close to Taiki and Taiki just being like normal.
And she's like, what the fuck is this?
It's going to piss her off.
I can see that.
And then it's going to lead to like another confrontation like when they get home.
Yeah. But moving on, forbidden deductions.
This is heating up.
Yeah, I'm just ashamed that the middle was like a nothing burger, but this the first and the last arc are the major.
They're fucking great. I didn't hate the middle saga. I would say
I don't hate them, but I felt like they were a waste of time.
You know what it was like? You know what this is like? This is like having like seasoned steak, and then you have like you go to the same restaurant and it's not seasoned, but it's still good steak. It's just not seasoned, so it's not like amazing. And then you go back one more time, and it's even better than the first time.
Yeah, this case is heating up, and now there's animosity towards one another now.
Yep, drama.
Everyone's pointing fingers.
Yes. Well, I mean, I would too. Everyone's fucking dying.
Yeah, it's like, okay, why isn't it Ron? Now they're pointing at Ron.
Yep.
Because like you're questioning us. You haven't been questioned at all.
You look like the guy.
And fucking Toto just calms him down. It's like, all right. Like, there's a connection to 17 years ago. Like, you're all involved. What's up, basically?
And one dude that's alive ends up being the what does he lured the guy outside in front of a pregnant woman. The second person,
the doctor told him about, hey, I need you to take care of a pregnant woman. I mean, like sedate.
Yeah. The cab driver drove them to the hospital.
Yeah.
The doctor, no, it was a scholar. So the scholar brought the guy outside to meet the pregnant woman.
Yeah.
The pregnant woman faked being ill. They went to the hospital to bring the scholar because the scholar took care of him. But the cab driver brought them. The guy gets seen for stress, and instead of giving him vitamins, they give him an anesthetic and they knock him out. Then the truck driver who was killed brings him to the location. Somebody picked the lock, and then the guy who we presume is Ron's father kills him. And then the youngest girl that's there, the 17-year-old girl, is the daughter of the pregnant woman.
Yep.
That was incredible.
Yeah, that I liked.
That was really, really fucking well told.
But that's not the big bombshell.
And by the way, they all got paid in emeralds, which is where the emerald.
They all got paid in emerald. They all had the same meal from what they had for 17 years ago, and they all got treated to that meal when they met the persons.
There's no way this guy ate 5 separate meals.
I mean, if you stretch it out. Well, it depends on how it's portioned.
There's no way. They coincidentally each one by one met this guy that same night, and they all performed these things.
No, I don't think it's the same night. I think they planned it out during that. Here's the plan. Do it on this day. I feel like once a day type of thing. Like he planned it out for like the week.
Yeah,
I think it's that.
They met a man on the internet. Nothing comes about when you hear "I met a man on the internet."
Yeah, they had Craigslist.
Granted, I met you on the internet, Matt.
You did. You did.
Can't say nothing bad's happened except you still have my sunglasses.
Yeah.
Am I getting those for Christmas? Is that my Christmas gift?
Yes.
My sunglasses back?
Yes. That's just you can say a gift.
You rat bastard.
Yes. I look at them every day.
I'm glad you think of me every day.
Yes. Exactly. You're with me in the car.
Hey.
But anywho, Then the shocker reveal of, wait, the dad's alive, but he's working for House of M.
Why is he working for House of M, Matt?
I don't know, why is he working for this?
Because he is M.
Yeah, that's right. That's Scar. Yeah, Scar is the M.
He is M.
He is the Moriarty.
We skipped a piece though.
What piece?
We skipped to how they got there, how they figured out he was M. So basically, all right. So I'll pick up. So basically, what happened was, after they all like have this conversation, they all put the picture together. All makes sense. They all say Ron looks like the dude that they met, and again, they haven't brought up like that was his dad. They just have a feeling they're related, and so they're like, all right, everybody, let's stay together so nobody gets killed. We're all gonna search these rooms. Yeah, they asked the chef, who I think is the one doing the killing. I really truly believe he's
I'm the chef.
I think the chef is the one
I'm
killing
the
him.
chef.
The chef, yes. Oh, eggs. Oh. But no. So they all ask, everybody go, and the chef and the other dude, the second doctor, the surgeon. He's a surgeon. They're like, we're tired. We're gonna take a rest. We haven't slept much very well. Da 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 da. So they take a rest, and basically, so the girl, the 17-year-old girl, the pick locker, Toto and Ron, they search every single room and find nothing. And so then the girl and the pick locker, they're like, we found nothing. We're going to go up to our rooms now. We're going to stay together in our rooms. We're bunking together. So, we'll be good, right? One of us will escape if we get killed, you think. And so then as they're walking back, Toto and Ron find another room that they didn't open. However, it's a sliding door and the door is already open. Inside the room, they find a turned over picture and with an emerald taped to the back. They turn the picture over, and unbeknownst to them, there was a tripwire. Which, by the way, I thought that was going to be I thought it was going to be like an explosion somewhere with the tripwire. I genuinely did. But a tripwire goes off, and they turn the picture over. It's the picture of the guy with the scar of House M. And the tripwire doesn't trigger an explosion, but it triggers a voice recording that was done. And there's a little boy talking, and we presume the guy who's there, who's the guy with the scar. And Toto's like, whose voice is this? Ron immediately goes, it's my voice. I've heard my voice as a child before in tapes that my mom had. And we come to find out two things. One, the man with the scar is indeed Ron's father. And two, he is truly a Moriarty. He is the fifth gen. I think they said Ron's the sixth generation. So he is indeed the fifth generation Moriarty. As this recording is happening, basically Ron has all of his flashbacks that have been like hidden within his brain somehow. And he basically sees his father teaching him how to be a ruthless murderer. He teaches him how to set detonation traps, how to pick locks, how to shoot people, gun kits, all sorts of crazy evil shit that a assassin or a criminal should not be teaching a 6-year-old. He taught him that. And so basically his father's objective this entire time was to breed him to be the leader of the Moriartys. And because of his death and all of the other circumstances that we haven't gotten into yet or haven't seen yet, he ends up being more of a Sherlock than a Moriarty. But this absolutely devastates Ron. He is like he's shot. He's emotionally just damaged, destroyed. He faints and he just is in like a death trance. And Toto's trying to revive him, and as he's trying to revive him, he hears screaming. It is the chef, of course, and was like, "There's another sign! There's another sign!" So they go over to the sign and they open the door. Again, Ron was with Toto, and he's just in a death stare. And we see the surgeon just dead, and it appears to look like the mashed potatoes part of it. And that's another thing that they did is basically the killer is killing these people with
by the ingredients. It's the five
by the ingredients.
Five kills basically, and now we're on the third one now.
Yes, we're on the third one.
So who's going to be the other two?
I don't think they make it. I think pickpocket dies, and then I think that the little girl's sick.
The little girl? Okay.
Yeah, I think she's the one that's going to live. The 17-year-old.
Gotcha.
But right. Solid. I like
good. We got two more of that.
This would be, I'll tell you what, Forbidden Deduction is another show that would be in my honorable mentions if I could count the 8.
Right.
Not for you, but that's okay.
Yeah. It might move up. We'll see. Well, it might by default. So.
Yeah.
But moving on, I'll let you take this one. Tower God.
Give me a second.
I know the finals is off because beta's out.
Yeah, so basically the show starts off. We get our little reunion between Rack, Bam, and Kun, but it's short-lived. It was good. It was good, yes. It's short-lived. Basically, they go over a plan with Leo Ro, how they're all gonna escape, right? They're gonna escape relatively immediately. However, as they're trying to escape, we get Reflejo, and Reflejo basically challenges Bam to come find his oracle, who's I think Huayran, I think is her name, and the other 2 people that he's missing. He's missing Tarasuke and Uzilmar, and the other guy. I always forget his name. The guy with the neon colored like stuff that's always with Ran. I forget his name all the time, but in any case, let's find them, and we're gonna have our final battle right now. So Bam's like, I'm gonna go alone, and Kun and Rack are like, the fuck you are? We just got reunited, motherfucker. Ain't no way. So long story short, they come up with a plan, and so Bam, Rack, and Kun, they go off to face Reflejo, and they get some backup to go ahead and face the 2 dogs. I forget their names too. The 2 other people that basically Reflejo hired to be like the highest like E rankers or whatever. And who's that person, Matt?
For which one?
The person that goes and faces the angel and the dog devil thing god guy.
And Dorsey.
And Dorsey. And she shows up to the fight and she's like, I just want to go on a date.
Say, oh, someone actually likes you? Gross.
Wins my dato. That's literally all she says as she gets into this fight. So we see them do the fight, and Dorsey's having a little bit of a struggle, but it is 2-on-1 in essence for the most part, right? There's another guy there whose name I'm forgetting, but he's mainly support. And so while this is happening, we see Leo Ro trying to like get everything, try and buy them 30 minutes. They have 30 minutes to get this done and get back before they get transferred. If they don't come back in 30 minutes, they're fucked. Everyone else is leaving. And by the way, unrelated, Wegman is alive. He's on the Archimedes.
Yeah, he's just out. He's indisposed.
He's indisposed, right? He's unconscious, but he's alive. He'll be alive. But he's on the Archimedes. And so while this is all happening, these 2 battles, before I get to the battle with Reflejo and them, we see all the chaos in the Archimedes. And basically we see Kasano. Kasano makes a deal with the head of the workshop battle, right? And he gives him some information, and in as a reward, he gets the keys to Emily. Meanwhile, we see the Traveler escape security because security is blocking off Emily, and he goes through like some vents and he ends up in front of the door of Emily, where he sees Kasano about to open the door. So more to be had from that front. While this is all happening, after Leo Ro buys the time, we see Sophia ask Leo Ro to take Beta with them. He's like, they're gonna kill Beta. Beta's too good. Beta's not a bad guy. You can use Beta. Like, keep him.
He's gonna die in like a month.
Yeah. So they're like, just take him. And they're like, okay, we'll take him. And so on he's part of the plans now. And while this is happening, we get our battle between Reflejo, who's holding Huayran hostage, versus Bam, Kun, Rack. And they're all struggling because Reflejo unleashes a good portion of his power, which goes up to B rank. Keep in mind they're E rank, and even though Bam is a irregular, still nonetheless, they're all underpowered against this guy. Reflejo's kicking their ass, and basically Bam has to save Rack and Kun from dying, and he's just getting pummeled. And as he's saving them, Kun's like trying to think. Rack wants to go, but he holds Rack back, and then something hits him to end the episode. He's like, I know how to save Huayran and get out of here. And that's where the episode ends. So we're gonna see whatever Kun's master plan is in the next episode.
Yep, and we got 2 more episodes of that.
You hate that this is in your 13 by default.
It's like in the middle, yeah.
Which means it might have been an honorable mention.
Probably, or like 10.
Okay.
Moving on, Bleach.
It's so ridiculous, but
these
it's awesome.
fucking Quincy's
It's so ridiculous. It is.
I'm sorry. I try to take it seriously.
There'll be no surprise during awards where this lands for me. But I'll tell you what, for Bleach, I will give you another spoiler. It's in the middle of the pack. I won't tell you where, but it's in the middle of the pack right now in my 30.
Well, mine's in the middle by default, but I was like, I'm sorry, I cannot take this shit seriously right now.
It's just so over the top. This episode is really...
it's out there. It's like very noticeable. That's the issue.
It is. It's really bad. It does distract. When it's all said and done, when you really think of the constructs of anime, it is just so far left. It's not even funny.
Yeah,
but it's quite funny.
Jiro was a joy in his lap pillow until because that fucking sniper Quincy is not dead.
He's a god. He can't die.
It's now this god holy, like they went all out with the design. Like, you know what? Sure, why not? Why the fuck not? Sure.
He's a dragon with a baby canary's like head.
It looks like a biblical angel with the wings and shit.
It's creepy. It's like a baby owl. He's got a baby owl head with like dragon body. It's fucking wild.
So who's it up to now this time? Because he's injured. Jiro's injured.
It's up to now.
It's up to now.
Now, yeah, it's up to now.
She is finally going to fight
for the first time ever in the series.
For the first time ever.
Well, I think she's done keto.
But I mean, like a legitimate fight.
Yes, and keep in mind, she's never. I didn't realize this until they mentioned it in the episode. She's never once had a Zanpakuto. She's always known that Kyoraku has had her Zanpakuto. So in the Shadow Realm, she asked for her Zanpakuto. And when she asked for the Zanpakuto, we get actually, admittedly, really good backstory. It was a good backstory, Matt. You have to.
That part I think it was good.
Yeah, it was a good
backstory. It's just the fight.
I didn't mind it either. I didn't mind I didn't mind Nanao's part. So the backstory, long story short, we find out Kyoraku isn't some creepy like old man trying to hit on the young girl. Kyoraku truly is Nanao's uncle. We find out basically that Nanao is the daughter of his now dead older brother's wife. And we find out basically that Nanao's family has a curse, right? I think it's the Issei family. That's her last name, Issei. There's a curse of the Issei family where if you have a child with an Issei family, it will always be a girl. In addition, if you marry an Issei as a man, like, I don't know whether it's soon, before, after, but basically after you conceive a child, you'll be inflicted with a curse and you'll die. And that's what happens with Kyoraku's brother. This affects Nanao's mother, though, so much that basically she's like, this sword that I carry is the reason why this curse exists. I want you to hide it away so that my daughter can never be afflicted by the Issei curse. And Kyoraku begrudgingly does so. And he doesn't realize this at the time, but him doing that leads to Nanao's mother's death, because that sword that he had is like a holy relic, and it's considered missing, lost, and they think she just like abandoned it, killed it, burned it, whatever she did with it. And so Central 46 kills her. They execute her for losing this holy relic. And so she's dead. And basically we have Nanao being brought up by some old people that are related to her. She ends up and we get the story of how she ends up in the 13 squads, how, she was never able to use a Zanpakuto because of her family lineage, but she was really blessed in Keto, and that's how she was able to rise the ranks. We see Kyoraku at first, really brought her on, but didn't realize anything. Although Nanao was very curious, because when she first saw Kyoraku at the academy, he was wearing the similar hairpins that his mother wore. And we got the backstory earlier than that on the hairpins, that basically they were a token of their relationship and their love. And when both of them died, he was given the hairpins. That's why he wears the blue and the pink hairpin along with her mother's kimono to, honor them, which is really nice. And so basically, long story short, he gives her the Zanpakuto. He gives her the holy sword, right, that he's hidden. The sword cannot cut man, but indeed is a holy sword. It is said to reflect any sort of godly-like power and disperse it evenly across the area. And so gives it to Nanao. Nanao faces the Quincy. The Quincy uses some holy fucking light beam, and she's able to deflect it, no problem. But this is her first time in battle. She's scared shitless. She's cut both of her shins really badly, so she's got puddles of blood by her feet. She can't really move. She's scared shitless. And it's Kyoraku, right? Even though Nana wanted to be the one for the first time to protect her uncle, her captain, Kyoraku realizes like, nope, I need to step in. So he steps out the shadows, damaged, hurt as can be, gives her the strength, uplifts her to face the second attack from the Quincy. She deflects that, and the light of his attack cuts him clear in half, and he's dead. And that basically ends the episode for the most part.
I will say that final shot was cool when they actually finally.
That whole like, I enjoyed this episode a lot. It like when he first came back, I was like, okay, this is bullshit. Fuck you guys. This is bullshit.
It's like, sure, why not? Of course.
And then the rest of the episode after that, when they introduced Nanao, was like, all right, from now onwards, it was one of the better episodes of the season.
Yeah.
Before that, though, get the fuck out of here.
Yep. Moving on, our co-main, Ranma half.
Funny ass episode.
I love Shampoo.
I do too. In more ways than one, but I do.
Yep. But yeah, it's just basically Shampoo will kill female Ranma, but wants to mate male Ranma. I kind of doesn't like this. She gets jealous as fuck. Like when you got
So
Shampoo.
she takes the shit out of Shampoo. And what happens to her, Matt?
She gets the kiss of death.
So now 2 people are on her shit list.
Like,
Shampoo
hey,
shit.
yeah, because because Shampoo will chase fucking female Ranma around at night, while Akane just wants to get her frustrations out. Also, kudos to Ranma for not ratting out Ryoga for being a pig.
You should.
I know he should, and I love how the dad's like, "Hey, Akane, you should just be, you should be honest with your feelings." And Akane's like, "Excuse you." Like,
And
the
then
fuck you say? She's
dad
mean to me.
And the dad got bitch made real quick.
I was like, he's he's right though.
I think the dad gets pegged. That whole scene told me her dad gets pegged.
So maybe if you would it kill you to be nice? It's like, yes.
Yeah, it does.
Like it
No
would.
problem with it. I'm so sorry. I love you.
Like, oh God.
Thank you for allowing me to conceive you. Oh.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Ranma's trying to talk to Seth Akane, but she won't hear it. She's stubborn as fuck.
Yeah.
And Ryoga encounters Shampoo. And of course, Shampoo's like a happy face, like, come here, piggy. Cooks the pig! Cooks the pig!
That was fucking funny.
I was like, but like, how is it?
I laughed out loud. I was like, oh shit!
I was like, it's alive! It's alive!
And Ranma just like starts slapping the dead like skinned pig, like, Ryoga, wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
So what? So what if you just like pour the hot water on the pig to like, make it come?
Bro, I would have been fucking funny too.
But no, Akane confronts Shampoo, and Shampoo gives her the kiss of death. It's like, well, meet you after class, basically.
And Shampoo.
Ranma doesn't know where they are, has a bad feeling about this.
And bad feeling confirmed.
Yep. Akane got squashed. She turned into a jobber.
Yep. She was Axiom and Obafemi.
Yep.
Today.
And then Ranma sees Akane knocked out, goes to her, like, you okay? Akane has a smile on her face. I'm like, okay, what's the catch? And it's just, who are you?
She's got amnesia.
She got beaten so hard she lost her memories.
Which don't make no sense because she got like, if you notice, she got hit in the stomach. She got hit in the whole ass like uterus with a fucking.
Maybe she got hit in the head before we didn't see it.
I think the only
that was like the final blow type of thing.
I think she might have hit her head when she fell back. She falls back after, which makes
that's
the Konikon school of selling. You get hit in the stomach, you fall backwards, and you pretend to fucking pass out like you got shot.
And you kick out of 1.
But she kicked out of 2, 2.5.
No, you kick out in 0.5. Fighting spirit. You're ready for the main event?
No, because it's one hell of a ride. But I am.
Orb. We're close to Orb. The event did not happen, but it still had to happen. This still had to happen.
This is just fucking mind-blowing.
We picked up where we left off. Novak, Question, Badeni, Oxy. And it's like, all right, well, you're talking to my daughter. Like, what are you talking to her about? And
Sex. I'm gonna
but
fuck your dog.
then he is calm. He's like, yeah, basic stuff. We'll show you.
Yeah, we share research notes.
Yep. So I was like, all right, fine. I'll go. Novak goes in there, look at the notes. It's normal. Picks up one last book, and behind that,
The heretic's necklace.
yep. And we know he sees it.
He literally like puts his hand behind his sword just in case they try to attack
No,
him.
Oxy did that.
Oh, I thought that was him.
No, that was Oxy.
Mm,
Like he was getting ready to, like, if I have to kill him, I'll kill him.
he should have.
Yeah, and then Novak's like, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. You know what? It's my mistake. I just had to be sure. I'll go. I'll see you guys later.
And he will see them later.
Yep. Oxy's like, oh.
And
So,
by
you
then
know-
he's like, yo, we need to get the fuck out of here
Nope.
now. Burn it all.
Basically, no, but he's like, I'm leaving tomorrow. He's like, and then Oxy's like, you bet, I'm really glad because the necklace was there. I'm glad he really didn't see it. And then by then he's like,
Fuck, we're leaving now.
yeah, we gotta go now. Burn all that. I'm only keeping the important stuff and leaving now.
Yeah. And they have like a heart-to-heart conversation. And basically,
well, yeah, because Oxy's like, okay, like you gave me your research, like, but why though? Like, why is like he's like that was the deal. It ends with me.
mm-hmm.
So like, it's like, well, are you afraid like, we prove Pius wrong? Like you feel like you're wrong type of thing. Like you feel like any random spot's gonna misinterpret what you're researching. And he kind of does like ignorance is bliss type of thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, people are going to learn. Like, you know what? People are going to make those mistakes. Like, why not have that learn while also contributing something that they could find that
But then he is the worst example of what the worst imperfectionists are.
Yeah.
That he is the worst. Like he's the best example of what the worst of them look like.
Yeah.
To that degree.
Exactly.
That and he's just an asshole. So his preconditioned assholeness affects his judgment and his feelings.
Right. And, you know, Oxy's like talking about type of things. Like, you know, I'm sure they were like you when they were younger. Like, let them learn, let them contribute. It's not a bad thing. It's like,
Right.
if something is wrong, like, so what? Like, our curious minds are just not going to stop seeking the truth, which the heliocentrism.
Right.
And by then it kind of like, you may have a point.
But it's too late now.
Because Oxy stops and
He walks away. He begins to walk away, and then
he's like, "I'll see you like sometime. Hopefully, I pass across again."
Yeah.
And
by the way, you missed something that I thought was really nice.
what?
Oh no, never mind. It's happened afterwards. Never mind. Never mind. Happened afterwards.
Yeah. Oxy sees someone's coming. It's a carriage.
It's a carriage. Yep.
Yep, and it's the Inquisitor carriage.
Yep.
It's made by Daddy Freak out more because basically now he has no time.
Yep.
He's like,
how much time do you have?
5
5
minutes.
minutes.
And we get to the carriage, and Novak's talking to the people of Brahma. It's like, you know, there's something really like there's really something different about tonight. I can't
I'm
like
pissed.
they talked to my daughter.
Yeah.
Right? Not the research. It's just you brought my daughter into it.
My daughter's
Now he has to do his job, and if she knows too much, gotta kill her too. And that's what he hated. Like, you brought my family into this.
You brought your family into this by being part of this, you stupid fuck.
Stupid
Stupid fuck.
Just learn constellations, and that's it.
Novak should have just quit when fucking what's his face was telling him all those years ago.
But Raphael, yeah.
Let me ask you something, because
Okay.
you said what you wanted to occur didn't occur this episode.
Yeah.
When what I suspect is going to occur occurs, will we see Raffle in like a final hurrah?
He's still dead.
Well, no shit, Sherlock, but like
It's gonna be a while.
before Novak sees Raffle.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's not this arc.
Damn.
But and while he's talking to the Inquisitors, it's like, so you new type of things.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's a tough job, and I was like, oh, I'm ready to kill. Like, that's not what I asked.
Are you ready to die?
Yeah, that's like I'm also an ex-mercenary.
Yeah. The question isn't, are you ready to kill? I'm glad to know. Excuse me. I'm glad to know you are, but the question is, are you ready to die?
Because you gotta treat like every time you're out there, you're gonna die.
And the guy hesitates, but he's like, yes, I am willing to die.
Then we go back to Bud and Oxy. Oxy's Bidet's freaking out because like I gotta send, and Oxy's like, where you gonna send a message to the bishop? It's like, how? I have no time. I gotta do this. I gotta grab this. I gotta escape. And then Oxy's like, how much time do you need? Like, I have none. Like, how much?
10 minutes.
How long would it take you to write that letter, do what you gotta do, and get out of here?
10 minutes.
He's like, okay. He grabs his sword.
He's like, but Denny for the first time actually shows genuine concern. He's like, bro, you're throwing your life away.
And he's like, you know what? That's okay. Like, you know what? I've been walking in this world like wanting to die.
Yeah.
But everything that's stronger than these past months, I'm now fighting for something that I believe in. Heliocentrism is my.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you don't have to do anything. This isn't like, like you believe in God, not heliocentrism. And he said, heliocentrism is my religion.
Yep.
And then but I thought was.
Yeah, but then he's like, wait.
Yes.
He grabs his holy water.
Yes.
And he just starts in the prayer, like, oh, holy God, make sure, like, protect the soul, like, with the resurrection,
Yes.
the kingdom of heaven.
Yes.
And just taps on his head and goes, Amen.
Yes. I'm trying to see if I can flip the thing so you can see it. I'm going to remove us for 2 seconds so you can see the picture. All right, picture scene.
Yeah, he blesses him, does the prayer, Amen. Now go, my son.
Now go die for me.
Yes. Oxy, he's blocking the carriage. The guys come out. They got their crossbows ready. He's like, I'm here to stop you.
Novak's like, fire at will.
And one shot dodges.
Bro, gangster. The whole sequence is gangster.
This was like, yo, he's doing Ultra Instinct. Look at how quick.
Oh, he's Neo. Oxy is Neo.
Yeah, and the other two do it. He dodges those and just smashes the crossbows.
No, he smashes one. And he dodges one, smashes one. There was a fourth crossbow. What did he do with that crossbow, Matt? He caught it with his hand and crushed it in his hand.
Yep.
And proceeds to slice 3 of the 4 fucking Inquisitor assistants.
Yep. And the one that's left is the scaredy cat, the newbie.
The one that was like, hey, are you willing to die?
Yeah,
I'm willing to die.
Novak's like, go on. And Novak kills him.
No. Novak doesn't kill him. He he runs away in fear.
Oh, yeah, he ran away. He tripped. The sword is tilted.
And he kills himself. That was funny as fuck. And Novak's like, this is why these new people are so fucking useless.
And he draws his sword.
And he asks, are you prepared to die? And the episode ends with Oxy saying, we're going to find out.
And the cliffhanger. No!
Oh, shit!
I can't wait!
Bro, that was fire. That was fucking fire.
No, that was great.
That was fire. I hope, from what you read, how epic is this battle?
It's a really nice fight.
Will this be a legitimate contender for fight of the season? I've got a Bleach fight in there, and I don't necessarily, for the first time in a while, I don't really want a Bleach fight in there, but I don't got too many other episodes that have fighting because the Daima fights.
It depends on if it's like 5 minutes, maybe. Like if they add the character elements into it with the fight and how they animate it, it could be a contender.
And I'm gonna also add what he did to the other Inquisitors. So it's not gonna be Oxy versus Novak. It's gonna be Oxy versus Novak and the Inquisitors.
There you go. You can do that. So the whole sequence is great. So
I'm praying this will be my fight of the season. Praying. Although granted, I could include the ones from ReZero. That is an option.
It might be Bleach or it might be Shangri-La right now. But
I totally anticipate you doing Shangri-La. That's what I came in here. Right now, there's a Bleach one in there for me, and I've got my money. Please let this be an epic fight, because if it's an epic fight, I'm putting it down.
Yeah,
I'm calling it right now.
I just want them to do a good job portraying it, and that's really all I want. So
please let this be epic.
I can't wait. But, there we go. Closing thoughts.
Oh man, we're almost through.
Yeah. Also, guys, the next 2 recordings are going to be Monday because holidays.
I will do my best to be caught up.
Yeah, because we're not doing Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna be busy, and that's psychopathic.
Chris, be prepared to come in for me because I might not do it.
But yeah, next week we got various finales such as Dan to Dan, Miss Servants, Yakuza, I think is ending.
Yeah, Yakuza Fiance, 365 Wedding, Guys Mixers ending, Gun Gale Online. 4 of my 5 are ending.
Yep. I think about 4 shows. Negative Positive Anglers ending. I think Core 1 with Kenshin will be done. I think same with.
I think most of the cores will be done.
Yeah, most of the first half's going to be done, and we got some finales from other shows. I got about 4 finales.
Yeah, so. Blue Box is just going to continue throughout, which is interesting. They're not taking a break, from what I see here.
Yeah, I think Blue Box
is Trillion Game. Trillion Game's not taking a break.
Yeah, I don't think
there's 2 episodes.
I think the only one that might take a break is Shangri-La, but I think everybody else is going to keep going.
Yeah, Ranma might take a break.
Yeah, because the episode thing is still question mark. So
yeah, it's going to be 12, so that makes sense unless they do a 13 and then split it. But I think it's going to be 24. So
yeah, we'll find out. If not, it's probably like part 2 in spring. Because if that's the case, then we got another show to add to the list.
I thought it was going to carry over into winter.
I'm about to say, I'm hoping if it's a split, we can add it. But if it's continual, it's continual. Like we just don't know the.
Yeah, well, I mean, the question marks right now for me are Daima and Ranma. Those are the only 2 that are left that don't.
Yeah, Daima ain't gonna get shit.
Oh, you meant like I'm talking about question marks like in terms of like whether they carry over from winter to spring. I mean, Bureau too.
I think Daima's carrying over because they also announced the English dub's going to come out in January. So
okay.
Yeah, that's going to continue through. Like I definitely didn't know how many episodes. I think it's 20 or it might be 24. But I think it's 20.
Okay, so Ranma and then Blue Box for me that doesn't got a thing yet.
A break.
Yeah, it hasn't said anything. So I don't know.
Yeah. Blue Box is showing 25. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing showing as a holiday.
Oh, that's it. Blue Box. I meant to say Mi Bureau. Sorry, my bad. Mi Bureau.
Yeah, I think that, but I do think that's a 2-core too.
Yeah.
But with that, the cafe's closed. You can follow me on Twitter, DaveFix12. Follow my Instagram at HotSalesmanCosplay. Follow Ethan at EnemyDesky24, at Showstopper24. Follow Otalku Cafe on Facebook, Instagram. We're on Twitter at Otalku Cafe Anime. Follow literally for wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, whether that be Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon. Just type it in the Google search bar. We're there. If you want the replay, a video replay, just type in Otalku Cafe on YouTube. We want to thank Doom Intent Network, Terrorshot Media, Jersey Radio, for hosts on their social media platforms. Follow them at Terrorshot Media, at Jersey Radio, at W2Mnet. We want to thank Sean, who's our editor. Like I said, various goodies for next week. We will see you Monday. Oyasumi and good night.
Goodbye, Sekai.
The sun goes to sleep, I find myself in a heap because it hurts so much to be away from you. It makes my day when I get a text from you, but still I say goodbye again. Let's hope this isn't the last time. that I see your face, but hey, it's fine. I know everybody needs a little space. There's no one to blame. Goodbye again. Let's hope this isn't the last time that I hear your voice, but it's your choice. I can't keep you here forever. Just promise me that you'll come back.